Hello everyone and welcome to our D&D stream, Dice and Discord. My name is Reed and I play Tak in the Stormbound campaign. I just have a few announcements before we get into this episode. So this is an amateur D&D stream, so expect a little bit of background noise. We're trying to get rid of that in future episodes. We know that our DM is pretty quiet in the last few videos, and I've boosted him where I can, and we're working to resolve that in future episodes. Find us at twitch.tv slash funsize We stream live every Tuesday and Sundays at 8 p.m. Central Time. And if you enjoy our video, share it with your friends and get us out there a little bit. And this episode includes the entirety of our session 2. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the stream. Bye.
Audio. All right. So we are starting off this week with a recap. However, guess what, guys?
I'm touching my nose.
I'm holding my nose.
I will do the recap. So, last week, our adventurers convened as seemingly fate brought them to the same location, in which they all met at the Somerset Inn, which it's not the name of the town per se, there really isn't a name, people vaguely refer to it as Somerset, is the small pass in between the mountain ranges between the two empires of the northern continent. Here was once a bustling trade denizen of merriment and good mead, hearty meals, and much rejoicing. Cue Monty Python line.
Did you write this out?
No, I'm not. I'm just ad-libbing this entire thing.
Okay.
Damn it, you ruined the flow.
Sorry.
Our adventurers gathered together, not immediately drawn to each other, eyed each other's strange-looking characters, all of which stand out in the northern folk, especially in rural or not as heavily populated area. You done?
You got enough dice?
As they kind of got acclimated to the situation, each of them having a meal and a mead, they met the owner of the Somerset Inn, Ziggy, a kind of cheery gnome that was in a kind of dapper mood from the recent events in which the town had dwindled from its former glory. Upon a brief introduction and/or encounter with the Watchmaster, the Jacob, the dwarf, everyone was escorted
Everybody was executed.
out to the large cherry tree, which had suffered from what it seems almost a dwindling of faith and lack of life itself. They were watching as a woman and appearingly her daughter, strung up by nooses on the tree, ready for execution. The mad Jarl, nearly about to give the signal, our brave Ninx threw a javelin, narrowly cutting the child's noose in half, and immediately being swarmed by guards. While this appeared to be a brave action that would possibly save the day and or the child's life, the sorceress, which seemed to have a grasp on the Jarl's mind, enticed the fighting against the guards, Triton, Wilhelm, into tying the noose of the child via some form of magic, and then the execution proceeded. In her own arrogance, she let Ninx go, unbelieving that her own fate would soon be regretting of this moment. And then the party resumed their day at the Somerset Inn, in which they learned that the townsfolk desperately needed the sorceress to be dealt with, as she lived alone in a far-off bog. The adventurers trekked out to this bog with fervor, in the hope of kicking some sorceress ass, and then proceeded to appear to do a stealth plan. They worked out a fine-tuned plan in which they were going to smoke her out, and then they rolled 4 on stealth. And the door opening, with no appearing person coming out, they immediately launched into combat as Ninx sensed the presence of the fiendish imps jumping at each of the paladins, and then the nigh invisible sorceress nearly killing and or knocking down Nynx in the fight, led to a small scuffle in which they then killed and then ransacked the house. And then, returning to the inn, there was much merriment, and we end the night with, if there are any last things that need to have occurred at the end of the night there, before we jump into the next morning. Everyone
I
was
need to roll
either
a hit
given
die.
room or had already paid for a room.
You don't have to roll hit die. You're just gonna get a full heal.
I know, it's a long rest.
Yeah, so is there anything that needed to happen that last night? Anyone want to have any other conversations or run into any other characters? This is the opportunity to kind of jump back into last night. As there was a bit of merriment. Not everyone immediately went to bed. It was kind of a late night of many meads if you wish to partake. Although it's
I
switched to ale near
would remind Ziggy to carefully clean that saw, just in case.
She takes your warning. And
Other than that, I was hanging out with the guards, hanging out with Nyx, and I split the gold between the three who remained downstairs, and
that's correct.
I think we're good.
All
For
right.
me, at least.
If I can get just a consensus, anyone else need to do anything?
Nope.
I don't think so.
Nope.
Alrighty, then we awake.
You're already asleep.
We awake the next morning, and you notice, as some of you have rooms with windows, some of you don't, what appears to be the first snowfall in the beginning of the winter. It's not a heavy snow that would last, but the snow is in flurries and is apparent. And while this, for some, is chilling and kind of annoying, others it's reminiscent of the northern home.
Ugh.
And we awake to all of you coming down and or exiting your rooms, and you wake to the smell of freshly cooked eggs and freshly cooked bread. I said smell, right? I didn't say sound.
Yeah, you should smell.
Cool. The sound of freshly cooked eggs and bread.
I mean,
I can hear eggs being scrambled.
yeah.
Yes.
As you come down, you notice that a lot of the townsfolk, more than you had seen previous, are gathered in the inn and are almost rejoicing in a way. They're all eating breakfast very happily, passing around some morning ales and plates full of eggs, and it's very family style. And as Zingy sees you, a few of you walking down the stairs, she makes sure she clears the table off. She shoves a few of the stragglers into the larger groups. Says, "Oh, here, get a table. I have a big breakfast planned for all of you."
Thank you, Iggy. Ziggy. Iggy Ziggy.
Oh, yeah. And she gets a large plate of eggs, and there's a little bit of bacon, not a lot, and potatoes, and fresh warm bread with some cheese, which if you spread cheese onto the bread, it pretty much melts into it and soaks in, and it gives it a really gooey tastefulness. So what do you do for D&D? Oh, I just make my players just really want the D&D food.
I just want, I want that. If I can't have it in real life, I'm eating it in D&D, damn it.
My character eats as much cheese as physically possible.
As much cheese as physically possible, man.
I put 10 cheese wheels in the bag pouch thing.
You're just over and at a table just stuffing cheese in
Cheese
the
is more of
pouch.
in a spread. It's not wheel
No,
size.
I really just want to see him pouring this spread into the pouch.
Ew.
But anyways, it is morning, and it is your guys.
Out of curiosity, hold on. This is just a weird question. If he were to pour cheese spread into the pouch, would everything he pulls out be covered in cheese?
No.
Each thing exists almost individually. It's not like
Okay.
an extra-dimensional space. It's like
It's like Hermione's bag from Harry Potter.
Yeah,
Except no books can fall over.
Well,
fair enough.
fair.
Objects can't interact with each other.
Yeah, that when you
Lame.
think of them, however, to get the cheese spread back out, you would have to
Ew.
think of it and then kind of
Scoop
grab it.
out.
Good. Pour it out.
Pouring
No.
liquids don't interact with bags of holding very well. And again, this
No.
is
But
just
if I hold it upside down and think about it, over a cup.
No.
magic's a little
Can
fit.
you imagine we're just in a random place and you just start pouring cheese spread out of
What else you got in that pouch? Just cheese spread. There's no air. It never goes bad.
That's not.
I've
not how
always
that
found
works.
that a fun debate.
Dude,
I'm not
please
gonna
put cheese spread in this pouch so we can pull it out later.
No,
Oh.
because I don't know if it'll spread on other stuff, and I don't want it touching my ribs that are still in there.
You'd have cheesy ribs. It'd be great. You're telling me that would be bad? Okay, I'm sorry. We'll get back on the actual thing.
In characters and stuff. No rush. We're just in a goofy mood. That's fine. Oh, everyone did have a long rest, by the way. So.
Oh, thank God. I was
full.
down.
Whew.
That's not looking hot, guys.
I get my spells back.
Oh, that's right. Thank you for saying.
I didn't use any spells. Dang it.
Yeah,
I
you
only used
told the
cantrips.
dead.
Right,
Only
I got my
cantrips.
spells back. Yay. Fuck. So you guys all awake and you're all kind of eating together at the table.
I'm gonna definitely be taking some of that the dried meat that I found in the witch's cabin that I have in my bag. Take some of that out too. Gotta have my 3 main food groups: meat, cheese, and ale.
Tack is going. He's like, we've got meat, we've got cheese, we've got ale. It's the balanced breakfast of champions.
Just shaking my head. Let him go.
Jacob comes over, and he looks a little hesitant towards your group, and you can tell he's sober, surprisingly. It looks like it's the first time in a while he's kind of clean, not clean-shaven, but his beard appears to be cleaner as he is a dwarf, and they can't be clean-shaven if they tried. And he looks at you and goes, I spoke with the Jarl late last night. He was in a stupor still, but he did seem to be coming to his senses, if that could be said. I do believe you might want to speak to him before you leave. I don't know your plans in the future, but I think a conversation with him might be important. We are all deeply grateful still here. Hopefully Somerset and the inn here will get back to their former glory.
Indeed.
Indeed.
Aye.
What's the Jarl's name, by the way,
It was
Jacob?
Jarl Marcus. That is what you've heard him referred to as.
Thank you.
Probably write that down.
But anyway,
I'm not much one for small talk in the morning. I'm gonna focus on my food.
I'm still waking up.
Yeah.
By the way, this food looks really fucking good to me, and I just shovel it down as quick as fucking possible.
It goes pretty fast. It's pretty hearty, but you get full quite quickly, and you're starting to realize like, oh shit, I've eaten too quickly to enjoy this or to eat like significant amounts.
That's
But you
fine.
feel full.
It's
You feel full, and everyone full.
feeling full is not a common thing for me.
And there was never asked for a price as well. The food was simply provided.
No.
Oh, thank God.
I
Hi, Rhythm. All right, you guys ready to go talk to the Jarl?
Yes. I'd like to see how he's doing.
I have a question about the night when I was cutting down that tree branch. Did I notice any jewelry on the wife?
There was a bit. It seemed more not per se like extravagant. There was like you noticed that she wore like a silver necklace.
Okay. Well, if we walk by and they're still there, I'd like to take them off of her body.
Fair enough, that's possible. I just getting waiting for the clear on everyone if they're all choosing where they want to be.
I shall follow the party while I rub my stomach because I'm full.
So you'll all stand up.
Slightly purring.
Your breakfast plates left on the table. Ziggy and the young boy that worked there kind of run by and clear everything away as you get up and you walk out into the brisk almost winter morning as the light snowfall has provided a little bit of padding on the ground. There's probably about like half an inch of snow. So your boot prints are all apparent, but it's It's a little cold. You're like, it's the first snow. As you walk by the tree, you notice that the bodies are not there.
Oh,
They have been either removed, you're not sure, and the tree branch as well is gone.
and what about the gallows stand?
The gallows stand was removed that day. Like, it was...
Oh,
seemed like it was stored
gotcha.
somewhere.
Okay.
As you go towards the Jarl's place, you notice that there's an innate calmness and not warmth, but cheerfulness that's kind of carried through the tree and through the air. It seems the Somerset, whatever, not magic, but just feeling and aura around the town has returned. And as you enter the Jarl's, it's not per se a home, it's more of a hall. It seems to be the main delegation of the law, and very much old Norse or old Skyrim hall. Open fire in the center, leading into a throne in the back, which then you can see almost leads to a room series. You could guess that there's more to this building where the Jarl actually lives. However, you notice that the moment you walk in the door, there is an air of staleness. It's almost as if the smoke does not rise. The air is holding its breath, waiting, and you see the Jarl slumped in his throne, an empty throne sitting next to him. And in his hand, he's holding a silver necklace, and what appears to be a small tuft of hair. And he seems slumped over, and you're not sure if he's asleep, if he's not noticed you. He seems kind of not there right now.
Wait, his eyes are closed?
He's got his head hanging down, so you're not quite sure whether he's awake, not there. He hasn't acknowledged your presence as you've stepped into the hall.
Well, who's ever on one of my sides? $5, he's dead.
Yeah, I don't think he's dead.
No.
Dead inside.
As if hearing Nix's comment, he slowly raises his head. You can see that he, whatever eyeliner or makeup he was wearing at the time, as many men do in fantasy settings, and just the old world, dark streams go down from his eyes as if he has been perpetually crying for the last hours. It does not look like he has had any sleep, as you can see the weariness on his entire body and especially on his face. His hair and his expression seem much younger, as if whatever gripping magic was leached onto the life and the soul of him, and while that has been returned, a deeper piece has been removed, but in a less magical way, in a more disturbing and awestruck and manner. And he meets your gaze, and he gestures you all forward. Weakly with his left hand. He says, come.
If the rest of them approach, I will.
Yes, I approach.
I am deeply, deeply indebted for the service you have done for not just Somerset, but for the memory of my beloved, my family. I'm still in a haze. It feels like one unending hangover, if you will. My mind still doesn't appear to be all there, and I don't know that it ever will be. I feel that I have lost a bit of who I was, but I wish to extend my gratitude and the gratitude of Somerset towards you.
Yeah. Sorry about your loss there.
It is nothing beyond my own doing. I acknowledge your condolence, and I respect it, but deeply I acknowledge that both you, he references Nix and Wilhelm, nearly lost your lives to my madness and that damned sorceress. I was worried that Somerset was declining. There was a brewing tension that seemed to be growing across the land, and while everyone was rejoicing in the warm weathers of the late autumn, I couldn't help but feel that there was something going wrong, and the storm hit, and there was much lost, whether it be my mind or my soul. Oh, enough melancholy. I wish not just to extend my gratitude in a means of thankfulness, but as a means of retribution for my actions, and I know that it's not per se the most rightful means of repaying you, but it's the best I can do. And he like kind of like snaps a couple times, and the servant comes out, and it wasn't a snarky snap. It was like alright, come on in, as if he had planned this. And a servant comes in carrying 4 small pouches.
Cool.
And they hands one to each of you, and he says, I know that Somerset's going to prosper in the future because of the actions you've did, and you will always be welcome. And as a token of gratitude and per se compensation for your actions, here is a formal payment towards continuing the good work that you all seem to be doing. And you kind of reach in, and you can all add 40 gold.
Holy shit! Yeah. I could live for a year. Holy shit!
Damn.
That's a lot of gold.
Through that damn javelin. Where's my bonus?
And
You would have thrown it if I had stepped in front of that guard.
he looks to you all and he says, "My wife and child have been buried after their pyres, and we've sent I myself are now going to mourn. I wish the best of luck to you on travels or wherever the winds and the mountains take you. However, I do need to return to my chamber, as I must attempt to find some form of rest. All of you, each of you, did good. Whatever forces brought you here to help me, I think the divines look upon Somerset, maybe not myself, and wish the help be done."
You could say it was the Divine Masters.
What do you mean by that?
I was speaking out of character, sorry.
My character would be pretty quiet. He would give the Jarl a bow as he was, like, returning, but I don't think I'd say anything.
Alright. And you guys are basically, not escorted out, but more or less, like, you're free to go, and the Jarl stands up and returns to his chambers, and you guys are set out into the Somerset once again.
What is that?
It's Reed's.
It would be Reed tapping his leg.
Yeah, he's bouncing his leg. And his
Just
desk
call
is
me out,
like-
guys. God, I didn't even know I do it.
Well, it's weird. 'Cause
We know it too well.
It sounds like glass.
I've never heard it before.
I
I'm like,
thought-
what?
I
That's
don't
my
know.
something
I
mention.
Reed, you have a mic arm, don't you?
Yeah.
And it bounces.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
Because mine does the same thing.
I stretched my legs. No more tapping.
I was very confused.
But
I
anyways,
was like, great, my mic's going dead.
Okay. So we just kind of head back outside in the snow then?
Yeah,
Yep.
well, you're guided out of the building, and then it's up to you where you go from there.
Well, that was fun. I like getting paid. Huh.
It's a lot of money though. Just for killing a lady? A lot of money.
Yeah. Yeah. There was a lot of gold. Plus we got paid by... Oh, no, we didn't get paid by Jacob. We told him to keep the money. That's right. That would have been a lot of gold to have for one person being dead.
Whew.
You have saved the entire microeconomy of a village
Yeah, we got 40 gold for us. Okay.
each.
Each.
Does anybody want to steal their gold by pouch?
I'll hold on to yours.
That was in the offer.
No thanks.
Okay.
I'm gonna keep my gold to myself there. All right.
So who's up for a drink?
I
Alright.
think we've already been doing plenty of drinking. I think we could take a little bit of a break.
Obviously, you don't know him well enough then.
No, I met him yesterday. You're right. I don't.
The cat says I.
So what are you guys gonna do? I could always go back to work, I guess, but now I got this gold. I could just.
Right.
Wait, what were you again?
Oh yeah.
Oh, I was a caravan guard.
Okay.
Oh,
This is where you
You guys don't have any
facilitated.
plans?
What was that?
No one else has any other plans or anything like that? Moving on. What brought you guys to this village?
I point at Nyx.
I didn't bring us to this. What? We're just
What?
playing stupid.
You're playing stupid, so I just pointed at you and you're.
You just pointed at me.
Here?
I'm just staring at you. Like,
I followed her.
Wait, do you respond or to the pointing, or you just simply look at him?
I'm just looking at him.
Oh, good. Then I don't do anything.
Oh.
So you
Okay.
ask, what brought you
Well,
here?
since she didn't
Points,
verbally
and she
say
looks to him.
no, so what brought you here then?
Oh, you saying that to me?
Yeah.
I travel around. I'm a traveling healer by trade.
No other reason.
No. Why? Are you looking for one?
Nah, I can do my own healing, but thank you.
No, not. That's not what I meant. That's fine though.
So I say to Wilhelm and Boots. So what brought you guys? What brought you guys here?
That island that we were on.
Mysterious divine forces.
I think the better question is, how does a cat and a trident travel together?
Cat and a fish.
Cat and a fish.
Said that
Well,
out loud.
I'm not a fish. Thank you for that. He is
I just
that.
look him up and down for a second.
I am not a fish. Do you know many fish that breathe and
Many?
walk?
Oh,
no.
walk no.
I mean, I don't know
Go
many
on.
other cats that talk and walk on 2 feet, but here I am.
There's an entire
Read
race of
two
tabaxi.
earlier.
You guys are. It's a catfish.
Oh, no. Goodness, no.
That's the
I
name of
glare
the
at
duo.
Talk.
Is that your group name?
No.
I thought that was funny.
But like I was saying, the island we had previously stated last night brought us here.
The island brought you here.
Well, because we were on the island, it led to us being here. If we hadn't gone on the island, I don't think we would have come here.
And one on the island, it spoke to you.
No, the island didn't speak.
I'm
to us.
looking at
It
him
was-
like he's crazy at this
Well,
point.
I think it was kind of like that island would be kind of hard to find again.
The island moves.
I don't know, possibly. I don't know. We're not entirely sure where we were. A storm brought us there, so I couldn't tell you exactly where
So
we were.
the island spoke to you, and you
In a way.
ended
We
here,
just
and the island's moving.
I don't know if
we
the island is
don't
moving.
know.
And what did you do 6 days ago then?
Oh, we've been traveling here. Yeah, it's been quite the journey.
Oh.
Yeah. Cat over here, just Boots. He likes to. He has, some musical talents of some sort. If that's
does
what
that
people
have
would
I'd like to
say.
share the fact that I've never shared with you that I know have musical talents.
So he could be just lying.
Fair.
I wouldn't know.
He's good with
He's
music.
ad-libbing right
Yeah.
now.
I can see the character. He does music.
Fun traveling.
Quietly
He's
tucks
good with
away
music.
pan flute back into pants.
Oh.
Yeah, that's right. He's got a bag of holding. Why does he put it in his pants? What the hell?
Into waist wrap, whatever. Perverts.
Onto his belt. Okay.
You have to come play my pan flute.
Yep.
I think we need a drink.
I don't think they need to keep drinking. I think they're already there.
Yeah, Fish Boy here doesn't do so well underwater.
That's not true.
He's a fish.
Do fantastic underwater.
Explain your gasping for air after coming up from that well.
I'm gonna look at Tack.
That was magical water. That's not on me.
Whoa.
I'm just gonna look at Tack, and in Celestial, it's just gonna be like, they're nuts.
And it sounds like they're nuts.
It's a very humming language. It's as if like a harpsichord meets like a harmonica meets language.
But it's they're nuts.
What the fuck was that sound?
Well, we do have that letter, right? What did that letter say, Nix?
What letter? Letter.
Wait, I didn't see that, did I?
No.
These, and I pull out some of the papers from my back, the ones in Undercommon. It's like, these, you got anyone else? I mean, we can sit down and try and figure out what these say.
If you can, like, translate them onto into common, we could probably figure it out, maybe. But I don't read Undercommon.
I could give it a shot, but it's ciphered, I think.
There wasn't a thing
Key?
to break the cipher in there or anything?
Did anyone grab a book or I don't know, something else?
Well, we did burn down the place.
We
It was
searched.
kind of too late to go back.
Busy packing up your ribs until you two gassed me out of there.
Hey, it's just my crowbar. She did the breaking.
It worked.
I thought you two just need more fiber in your diet.
Yeah, the green smoke was just from them.
I'm just pinching the bridge of my nose at this point. Oh my god.
So Gibbs, I'm gonna try and take a closer look at some of those interesting pages that I had picked out before I decided to take the whole thing.
Right.
And burn the place down?
And I say, all right, just give me a minute or two. I'll see what I can do real quick. And give it a quick glance. I look for like a pattern or something as I roll a simple intelligence check.
All right.
Oh shit! I rolled an 18.
You go and you start to find a pattern in the words. You connect this one to that one. You realize that there's a light translation that comes into comment.
Wait, I got something. And
And
it
then
says.
as you start to keep going, you realize
I read it
that
out loud.
there is no correlation to a common deciphering of the thing. In fact, you feel that you are close. However, the cipher is written in a personal code. It almost you could tell that whatever information is here is nigh indecipherable without one, magical means, two, having a code.
Frustrated.
How?
Fuck! I got nothing, guys. It says potato, black jock, Christmas cookie. I can't understand this shit. I stuff it back into my
The
backpack.
fuck is Christmas?
I mean, I have no idea.
Festivus.
This.
And with that, I think my character is gonna walk towards the inn.
The inn. All right. You all kind of lead your way back to the inn.
Guess we're going drinking again.
Yes.
I guess so, but I got no problem with that.
3 of you will be
Nix,
drinking.
you can drink water.
Water it is.
All right. You all get a round. It'll be a silver for a round as you've realized that they have started charging again.
I leave.
Short-lived. Okay, I buy
They're
one.
happy, but they also run a business.
Then I'm just gonna be drinking the ale.
I
So it's
lean
the
over
same
to
price.
Wilhelm, seeing Nix without a drink. I know who the party pooper is.
Damn,
Do I
I
hear
wish
that?
I had heard that.
Possibly.
Ooh. A
You
12.
guys want to roll stealth versus
Can I
perception?
roll on that because I've
Yeah, I
got
want to see if I heard that too. I rolled
Roll
a
stealth
12.
versus
I
perception.
just blatantly laugh out loud, not trying to hide it.
Yeah,
Oh, of course.
so he said something, but roll stealth.
me?
Zach. Yeah,
Who, me?
the guy trying to whisper, and then you guys roll perceptions versus it.
I didn't hear shit.
Got a 7.
You're aware that he said something, but you didn't get it.
Damn it. Great.
He has a
Did I at least
25!
Woo!
You didn't hear what he said, but like I said, you're aware he said something that made Wilhelm kind of chuckle and laugh.
Did I at least hear my name out of it?
Actually, he was pretty like you were.
No, I didn't say your name. Because I just
it's
said I know who
true.
the party
Damn
pooper
it.
is.
Right,
Yeah.
alright.
Yeah, so you don't get anything from it.
Damn it.
Ow.
So, sitting there, Boots, was he serious about that music stuff?
I mean, I don't like talking about it, but I was kind of made to perform a little bit when I was younger.
Who's the performing cat?
Like, can you play something for us?
Oh yeah, that's good.
Sing us a song?
I'd prefer not.
I laugh at that.
I keep
That's a part-
drinking
that's
my
funny.
ale, hiding behind the glass.
Alright, I guess not. Then it's like I knew it was a lie.
Alrighty, is there? So, what do you guys? What's the plan here? You guys just gonna sit and drink your drink to the night?
Bar
or-
hopping. Here we go.
I'll try and convince the two other guys to play a drinking game. I'll pull out my dice set,
Okay.
and you drink for the number of drinks for the dice that you roll. So if I rolled an 8, that's 8 drinks to me.
Oh
And
my
we just
god.
pass the dice
Wait,
around.
wait, we're rolling d20s on this?
And so you
I got a dice set. I've got everything. I
Better
got...
yet, you chug for that long, that many seconds.
Oh, that's good. Yeah.
Yeah, rather than 8 full drinks.
I got cards.
Ooh,
Do
we should
you guys
play
want
Red
to throw
Bus.
2 gold into buying a pitcher of ale for
Better get
the table?
Better get a
2
better get,
pitchers.
better get some pictures, guys.
You
Give
have
me
to
a sec.
you have to convince them first though to
Guys.
place your game.
Guys, you want to play this game? I mean, if we're just
Yes,
gonna
it
sit here and
sounds
drink anyway.
fantastic.
Ninx, by the way, it's 10 in the
Ninx?
morning.
It's 10 in the morning. I'm like
Thanks.
mortified.
You know what? Fuck it, I'm in.
Oh yeah. Is there anyone else in the bar?
Yeah, I mean there's a few around.
Gonna get the entire bar drunk.
Is there any like non-dwarves? Because I wouldn't challenge a dwarf.
I mean,
to
yeah, there's some
anything
humans
drinking
sitting
related.
around rejoicing, talking. A few of them have just like finished breakfast and are kind of joking around. They're laughing. There's 2 sitting at a table that are like talking to each other.
Is Jacob in there?
Jacob's in there, yeah. He's just kind of talking to, like, making his rounds around, and then you see him actually
Just
leave
got
the cabin.
sober. Let's not do this to him.
Yeah, I wouldn't ask humans either. So
Jacob was a dwarf.
yeah, and I wouldn't challenge a dwarf. They're good at drinking.
Um,
Oh, I guess it's just the 3 of us.
Let's do this.
So tempted.
All right,
I seriously want to start drinking.
you guys gonna...
I can't.
I've got a beer in front of me.
Actually, I might go grab a beer.
That's why I was gonna start drinking for this.
Small pause. I'm gonna grab a beer if this is going to be our beginning.
This is
session.
gonna
I'll
be
right
the
back.
campaign for tonight.
Fuck it.
Now that Gibbs is gone, let's say something funny that he won't find out about until he listens to the recording.
Wait, he's recording this?
Yep.
All of it.
Actually, better ask him if he remembered.
No, he started
I got nothing.
Okay, I'm gonna start drinking. Here we go.
Boots is a circus cat.
He said Boots is a circus cat.
I really wish somebody would have heard that and been like, "What the fuck?"
That's gonna come up in the content creation. Zach's gonna be like, the master!
Oh. All right, I'm ready. I got a straight glass of cinnamon whiskey.
Ooh, what time? What type? Fireball? Incinerator?
Yeah, fireball. I got a handle of it. I know Jack Fire's so much better.
I like Incinerator. I actually like Goldslogger too, but that's
I'm
not
very
really
Goldslogger or Incinerator.
All right, boys and gals.
Oh god, that's rough.
So, the way this
So,
will
I'll
work
go-
is
I'll
every
go first.
5 seconds worth of chugging, you will need to make a con save.
Oh.
So, which
All right,
dice would you like to? Which dice would you like to play with as the rolling one? A D8, a D10, or a D12?
My game, your choice, I say.
D8. No, D12. Go D12.
Yeah, wait, you guys make.
Hey, you're not drinking. You don't pick.
Could be.
I look towards Boots and Wilhelm.
So it's 3 con fails, and
And
you're
you're drunk. Oh shit.
2 and you're drunk.
kn-
3 in, you're rough. And the first one, or not the first one, the last one standing wins.
Standing.
I nudge Will. Wait, is Timo back yet?
Yeah.
Or is
I think
Timo
he's just
still here?
muted.
Timo!
I think he's here.
Timothy!
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 Timmy.
T-Dog!
T-Dog. Mr. T.
What do you want?
Are you back?
Yeah, work called me.
Okay.
Alright, so what?
Which
what-
dice are you using? Die are you using?
I nudge Wilhelm. Let's drink this lad under the table.
Yeah,
Go
let's
for a
do it.
D12.
Did you hear how the rules are?
No.
So every 5, seconds of chugging, you will need to make a con save. So
Okay.
if you roll 3 on your first roll, you don't make a con save. You pass the dice to the next person.
Oh, this is no
Would
fair.
you,
I want
would you
to
say I
play
have
this.
proficiency in drinking?
No.
Damn.
I'm just going to even the playing field, because otherwise everyone's going to suddenly be an alcoholic in the background.
I wanna
do I
play.
notice that Nix's character wants to play? Like, I see her, like, kind of eyeing the dice.
I'm watching you guys. I'm like,
Are you watching?
So-
Do you want to make an insight check?
Yeah, I do.
I
Make an
look.
insight
I
check.
look at Nyx. Do I see this too? That she kind of wants to play.
Make an insight check.
I do not have proficiency in insight. I got a 10. No, it's
10.
plus 4. 14.
14. What's the general vibe that Nix is
15.
giving off?
is it what?
What's the general vibe that Nix is giving off in this moment? Just kind of sitting there with everybody.
Well, her glorious creator now has a bottle of alcohol in her hand, so
She look interested.
yeah, so, like, kind of like, yeah, why not? This could be real interesting.
Like watching.
And
Like watching, it's one of those like I could maybe do this, but I don't think it's a real great idea.
so, seeing that,
drinking.
I'm gonna
Session
simply set the D12 in front of her and say, "Ladies first."
You play. You drink a real drink.
Does Nynx? What does Nynx do? I will let you know
Yeah.
that Nynx does not hear a single thing.
Wait, what?
What?
No, I'm saying there's no omens or anything.
Oh, okay.
Oh, thank you. All right, so there's nothing. So it's just kind of like,
I thought you
Yeah.
said you didn't hear me talk to her.
yeah, I was
What's
like,
going
what?
No.
All of a
Okay.
sudden, level 2, your character's deaf.
All right, dice is in front of
Nynx
Nynx, so to go.
first.
So we'll go Nynx. Oh, actually, let's roll initiative.
Okay.
Initiative.
Rolling initiative for drinking.
Yeah, but it'll go from Nynx and then down, like basically
Okay.
through Nynx
Alright.
through the initiative order.
So I don't have to roll.
Well, no, you do roll because whoever. Actually, yeah. I'll put you at the top and then Okay.
Okay.
She got a natural 20.
All right. So
This is
initiative. Just tell me the numbers here.
11.
What was it?
10.
11.
11. Okay. 10
10.
and
17.
17. Okay. And then Nynx. All right, Nynx. The die is in front of you. What does Nynx do? Oh, by the way, just pay 5 gold, somebody or amongst you all.
I'll pay
Got it.
Okay.
Oh.
And
Now don't worry
you
about it. I'll
just-
pay it.
Zig
I pay it.
sees what's going
Thanks,
on.
Lex.
You hear me, Boots? Do
Yeah,
not
I
pay.
got it. I got it. All right. Jesus Christ! I'll keep my fucking money.
That's right.
You see that one of the humans has kind of gotten interested, and he goes, "Oi, can I join in? I always love a good drinking game early in the morning." He looks so.
Oh yeah, it's like 10 a.m.
All right, Sheriff. Yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
I'll roll
Fucking get on over here.
All right, he rolled.
It's a
nine.
gold. It's a gold
You're
to drink.
Boston over here.
He throws the gold in the pot. He goes, "I bet 1 gold on my that I beat your ass.
Oh, okay.
Anyone else want to match me?"
I'll throw golden.
Okay, so
throw
it's
golden.
5 of you, so it's 5 gold. So everyone throws a gold.
Oh my god, I'm gonna be on the floor.
Oh man, somebody's gonna get rich. Okay.
Okay. So we are going to start with Nynx. Does your character drink?
Yeah, we're gonna go for it. Like, it's real hesitant at first, but
Then she has lots
it's
of fun.
kind of like one of those, like, what the hell?
Yeah. All right. Roll a d12.
I rolled a 9.
Okay. You gotta make
Yeah.
one
Oh,
con
boy.
save. As you
Okay.
you pick up the ale and you're like, you've had it before in your life, and you take
Like,
a
I've
sip.
tried it
It's just
before, but I've never
terrible.
been...
It's terrible,
Yeah.
but it's actually pretty watered down for you in a sense. So you just get through that first 9 seconds. You start to realize that there's a crowd forming, like starting to watch this.
Watered
This
down.
is what Somerset is known for. And yes, make a con save.
I rolled a 14 plus 3.
14 plus 3. You put the thing down, fill up your glass, pass the dice over to Wilhelm.
All right, so I just roll a d12.
D12.
Yeah.
4.
4. You click, and put yours down. You don't even need to make a con save. So you're at 4. So, okay. I'm gonna do
Just keep
some
track of
rollover.
yourself every
Yeah, so
5
everyone just keep track where they're at. So you're at 9.
I'm at... Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm at, like, 1.
Yeah,
I
the
have
counter's
more
at 1.
before I
but
hit
yeah.
them.
So it goes Wilhelm, then you hand it off to Boots.
Wait, what am I keeping track of?
So every 5...
Every 5,
so
you have
5,
to...
you have to make a con save. So 5, 10, 15, and 20,
Okay.
whatever the counter gets up to, you have to keep drinking.
And my character is really paying close attention to Boots. Like, how does a cat drink from like a mug? Do they like lick it up, or do they like? Because they got like
describe
hard-
how
like,
you're
does
drinking
work?
it. Well, first
I'm
roll
drinking
dice.
it like normal, but considering it's ale, I will have a frothy mustache.
Oh yeah, you will have a little on the whiskers. Zach, roll your d12. It's your go.
10. Shit.
10. That's 2 con saves. So you look at the dice that says 10, and you look up to all of them, and you're a little worried. That's an entire tall mug. Of
All right, I got a
drinking.
12 and a 16.
12 and a 16. You not a failure yet.
All right, that's my turn. I snatch the die from in front of him and like shake it between my hands. Give a good dramatic roll. Roll a 2.
Well, the 2, click, put it down. You kind of slyly smile, and then the stranger, he grabs the dice from. He grabs it from you, and he goes, "I'll show you how it's fucking done."
Roll a 12. Roll a 12.
You rolled a 12.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say it's a
Psychic.
con of +2. Okay, so you rolled a nat 1. That's 2 failures.
Oh, he's gonna throw right.
And then he rolled an 8, which is a 10. No, he
Like this guy
chug,
just
chug,
wanted an
chug, and he
excuse to
looks to
drink.
all of you, and then he goes, "Oh, I'll be," and he just runs out of the inn. And you just hear some retching, and he wasn't ready for this, and everyone's laughing around. You realize that a few more people have been like pulled into the inn, and they're like kind of cheering. They're like, "Yeah, yeah!" And we're back to the round. Nynx, it's your go. Roll a d12.
Wait. I say, what was that lad's name? What was his name?
That was Jonas.
Let's give it a round for Jonas, everybody.
And they all like kind of cheer, and they're laughing. They're having a good time. Like Ziggy's like, she poured herself like a shot of like whiskey, and she took one, and she's like, "Aye, Somerset Inn's back to where it used to be." And top of the round, Nynx, roll your d12.
I rolled another fucking 9.
Oh,
You're
man.
at 18, so you have to make 2.
Yeah. Yeah, didn't pass that one. And the other one's an 18.
Okay, so that
You roll a one.
would have been your second and your third, right? Okay, so
Yeah.
you just do the first 5 seconds. You haven't drank ale in a long time, and not in this
I've never
quantity.
drank
And
ale.
you're like, oh. Well, you just chug through last, and you realize that second half, not as bad as the first half when it's kind of doling itself out. Your mind's getting a little fuzzy now. You're a little like tipsy now. Okay, so that was your third, right?
So was Haley. Yes.
Okay,
So
that
that
was
was
your third
one fail
con
save out of 3, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and you failed 1 so far.
Mhm.
Okay, next to Wilhelm. D12. Gets put in front of you.
All right, let's go. Yeah, it's no fun. 3.
3. So you're up to
8.
8. So you only have to make
Sorry,
1 con.
7.
Yeah,
4
you
plus
make 1
3.
con save. Everyone kind of looks at you,
Lame.
kind of sneering. They're like, "Boo!"
Roll higher.
Alcohol in any of you.
What's my con get? Okay.
This is your first.
Non-natural 20.
Yeah, you just clug clug clug. You're almost like sad. You chug for an extra like couple seconds afterwards just to like even the playing field. If you want it, you could go to 10. It's up to you. You don't have to. I'm just kind of adding flavor.
I'll go to 10.
You'll go to 10. So you see that he like looks to like everyone's like boo, and he just keeps going. So go ahead. You see you're at 10 on your counter. Go ahead and make your
2 saves.
9.
9. You're like go, 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 and you're like and you just let out a deep belch, and you're like, oh, okay, showboating, not the right move. That is 1 failure on Wilhelm's part. Okay, next.
He's gonna make 2 saves because he hit 5 and 10.
Yeah, he did. He did.
Oh.
Yeah, I did make 2 saves.
Yeah, it's a save per 5. So next to your boots.
Okay. I nudge him. Can't breathe ale either, can you?
Damn.
Ale is not water!
One of the guys in the back yells, maybe this ale is.
For fuck's sake!
Roll 12.
I rolled another 10.
10. Fuck, that's 2 more saves, and this is going to be your
Third and fourth.
third and fourth. Okay, fuck.
19
Okay.
and 15.
15? 15? You do the first 5 seconds, take a small break, which is allowed, and then you do the next 5 seconds, and it starts to froth up, and it kind of bubbles in your nose, like, and you get it down, and you put it down. You have to refill your ale pitcher, and that one got to you. You realize that things are starting to sway a little. That one's a failed one, so 1 failure on Boots' part. They get progressively harder and harder.
Yeah,
All right, so
Attack. Here we go.
I'm gonna take the D20 and say, this one's for my 2. And I roll a D20. Fuck! I got a 2.
You got 2, so you actually you only get 2 more seconds, but you could choose to go as long as you want.
And I meant 2 rolls. There's a 12.
12. Okay, so you're at 14 now, so you will make 2 con saves.
All right, and so chugging, I roll
Doing a little showboat.
non-natural 20 and a 14.
14 barely does it, but you do succeed on both of them. As you clug, 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 put it down, and at this point, someone comes up. I was gonna say maiden, a woman that seems to be dressed in like a wintry dress with a cloak over her shoulder, comes up and refills yours for you, and like puts her hand on your shoulder and like steps back and kind of gives you a smile. And then we're back at the top. Ninx.
Oh boy. Okay. I rolled a 2! I rolled it, thank God!
Where were you at?
I don't remember.
Boo!
She rolled 2 9s.
So it was
It's an
18, 20. This is still a
18,
con
so,
save. This is
yeah.
your 4th con save.
I rolled an 18.
18,
Take that, fuckers.
That succeeds. You click, 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 click. You put it down, and there's a resonating as it hits the table. And you look to all of them, and you're like, I'm beating a bunch of men at drinking. And Wilhelm, it's your go.
Which is also
Alrighty.
playing it exactly how you should play it.
2.
2.
Oh my god.
God bless.
I get,
Oh
so
my God.
Keep going.
You can go to the next increment of 5 if you want.
I nudge him a few times.
Yeah. I'll
Alright.
go to
Come
the
on,
next
put the
one.
drink
You
down.
just like start drinking too, and you just
Throw it
look to
back.
everyone cheer. And at this point, they're like, "He's not a pussy." And
He drinks like a fish!
No, that's me.
Make a con save.
I rolled it. It's a how did you do? 17.
17. That does make it. So you succeed on that. You're showboating there, and you kind of puff up your chest, and you're like kind of at the end. A different this time a man. It's a half elf comes up, puts his hand on your shoulder, and kind of smiles at you and refills your drink. And now
Can't
we're
wait to
at
be hit with the bill
Boots.
afterwards.
You paid 5 gold. You've got basically
paid for
unlimited.
I paid 5 gold.
Got unlimited drinks.
Oh fuck.
What'd you roll?
12.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Oh man.
That's at least 2 more.
Oh, I know.
Drink up, cat.
I'm at 32.
And which con save is this for you?
I'm at 20.
5th and 6th.
5th and 6th.
Yikes.
16
Barely.
and 17.
Oh
You
no.
chug and chug and chug,
I'm drinking the most out of all of you bitches.
and it does not feel like it's sitting. What are you gonna do? You have about 2 seconds before it's coming back. You chug the rest, and you can feel the froth like falling down
Do I
from your whiskers.
make it? Can I make another Constitution check?
Dude, you're gonna puke.
That's 3 failures. You can.
Oh wait, I thought you said they barely. Oh, barely
Oh,
failed.
no, they
No,
didn't
that was
succeed.
last time.
So I will give you the rundown. The DC for the first one is 10, then 13, then 15, then 17, then 19, then 21, then 23.
Ooh, damn.
And then upwards 25 and all that. So you have a split second before you vomit on the table.
Oh,
I
please
start
no.
running towards where Jonas ran.
Okay, make it a acrobatics check because you just kind of you watch as he finishes,
he's also
puts down his
drunk.
cup. He looks to all of you. And you see
21.
his cheeks bulge, and he just jumps over the table and like pushes through the ground, just shoves 2 people out of the way, and you just hear a and you see Jonas outside in the bushes next to you. The green is just bleeding into the white snow as there's probably about 2 inches of snow on there now, and the whole place is riled up at this point. There's people betting on you guys to win at this point. And they're having some fun. By the way, you're still drunk as hell now. You realize that you are gone.
Oh, yeah. I kind of drunkenly scream, I still drink more than any of you.
Yeah, and now we're to Tack.
Alright. I'm gonna switch back to the 12. And
They go pussy.
I got an 11.
I'm out here.
11. 11, okay. So it's at least 2 more. Which ones are those?
Alright. This will be my first and second.
You did 1 though.
Oh, I did do. I forgot to write it down. Okay, so I was at 6.
Wait, this is his what?
No, I think
No,
you've done
no, I
2.
missed-
You've done
yeah.
2. So this
Oh.
is your 3rd and 4th. As you pick up the thing and you just start chugging and chugging the ale.
First one was.
It tastes. At this point, the ale doesn't taste like anything besides just stale
Plus
water.
3. The first one's 15.
15 is the DC, so you succeed.
And the second one, 19.
19,
Plus 4.
60 on
Plus
both.
3.
Oh my
You
god.
You put it down and you're just like amateurs. You're not like you're fucking buzzed as all hell, but you're not. You could hold a lot more than this. You've not failed yet. Top of the round, Ninx.
We're not doing too hot, guys.
D12 in front of you.
Oh wait, I rolled a d20. Hold on.
Yeah, the D20's on the table and she grabbed it.
It's up to you.
What? No, I'm rolling a d12, guys.
No, I'm rolling the D12.
Pussy!
I'm pretty tipsy.
Whoa.
I scream from outside.
I'm a woman. Rolled a 4.
4. What was
Which-
your counter at?
20. So we're at 24.
Okay, so you don't have to make like you're just and it's just like quick, and you just keep it down. You're just like, and you just kind of hand the dice off, and you're just like, please, do not.
Please, Lord, let them throw.
Am I done puking at this point?
Yeah, you've come back in slightly. As
I've
they
come back in
inspect
and
you,
I've
Wilhelm.
slapped my hands down. You got this, buddy.
Yeah, you're like put your hands on Wilhelm. All right, Wilhelm,
Woo!
roll your D12.
No, we already know which party's better.
6.
6. So you at least do one
That's
more.
one more.
And which
Yeah.
one is this for you?
This is 4th.
4th. All right.
Damn, we're already there.
19.
19 succeeds as you put it down, and you've kind of had enough pacing in between. The whole thing with Boots running outside and throwing up kind of
Thanks,
gave you an
Boots.
extra few seconds.
You're
All right,
welcome,
so you
man. And I
succeed.
scruffle
Next
his
is
hair.
Tack, the man who's held all of the liquor so far, not stuttered once.
Another. Rolled an 8. That
8.
puts me at 29, so that gives me just one more roll.
One more.
I scream at the ceiling, hey,
So
I don't
you're on your
stutter.
5th.
I rolled a 5, so it puts me at 9, so that's a fail.
That's a fail, and you put this down, and you could see all of you look at him, and in his eyes you could tell he is holding back a little bit of. Okay, that's one failure. All right, we're at one failure each. So here we go, top of the round, Nynx.
I'd like to point out, my character doesn't drink, so she's struggling at this point.
You've got a lot of ale in you, and you're drunk at this rate. You are.
Yeah, she's never been drunk.
Make a performance check real quick.
I rolled
or
a
deception.
4. Oh, wait,
Or
who?
deception.
Hey, I'm proficient in deception.
Yeah, you, Nynx. So whichever modifier is bigger, I think they're the same for you.
Yeah. Wait, performance and deception. Yeah, it's the same modifier. I rolled a 10.
You've kind of you got your elbow kind of leaning on the table, and then you go to lift up, take your sip, and you go to put your elbow back down. You kind of miss, and you're like, well, I'm good.
I'm good, guys. We're good. We're all good.
Yeah, and you're you guys can see Nynx is pretty much shit-faced at this rate. She's got probably half a gallon of ale in her.
You want to tap out before you pull the boots?
No,
Hey!
I want to
Jonas
drink
first.
under the table.
That's a smart idea.
All right.
I mean,
That bush is pretty full.
Oh. All right, here we go.
Jonas hasn't come back in yet.
good thing it's snowing out, so it won't smell.
We're real fucked. I rolled an 8.
Fuck, Dean.
Oh, and you were at what?
24?
24. So you're on your
two.
5th and your 6th con save.
We're gonna throw up. I guarantee you. That, my friends, is the sound of me rolling a not a non-natural, a natural 20.
So you succeed the 5th with flying colors as you're choke, and you through the last 3 seconds you're like, I can outdo these boys.
The next one's a 10.
10, and then you realize, oh, and you're just you put it down and you hold your stomach. And you're like, please, just make it to the next round. I gotta keep it down till the next round. All right, Wilhelm, it's your go.
10.
Oh.
That brings me to 31.
So you do 2. You're on your 5th and your 6th as well.
What am I even at? I had more alcohol than, the little fish one.
Yeah, the first one I did fantastic on. 22.
22, really? Okay.
Yeah.
That succeeds.
And then second one, not so good. 8.
8. Okay, that one's a failure. As you succeed in the first bit again, pretty much in the same fashion that Nynx did. You chug it down, you finish that last few seconds, you put it down, and you just look at her, and both of you, your eyes just both meet, and you're kind of both swaying a little, and you both look over to Tack as Wilhelm hands the dice, and you guys' eyes then meet again, and both of you could just tell both of you have a little bit of prayer going in your head. Please, for the love of God.
Please
All right.
pour.
Slap Wilhelm's back. You got this, man.
It does not help. It feels pretty bad. You have disadvantage on your next con save.
You're joking.
I'm the
No.
DM. I have the power.
No.
So
All
you're
right.
at 2 failures. Tack, you just got the dice put in front of you.
Yep, I'm rolling.
Oh.
I rolled a 9. Oh no.
Oh,
That puts me at 40, so that's 2.
Oh, fuck. That means you're doing your
fuck.
7th and your 8th.
That puts me at. I need a 19 on the first one and a 21.
No,
Oh,
for
fuck.
7 and 8, you need a 23 and a 25.
Didn't you say it started at 10?
It goes
Yeah,
10,
10, 13,
15,
15.
17, 19, 21, 23, 25.
I'm
You have to roll
gonna.
nat 20
You
to
can
win
tap out,
this.
buddy. You can
I'm
tap
gonna.
out.
I'm gonna
You can
cast
tap-
healing hands upon my leg, and I'm kidding. It doesn't work for that.
That's a
that one
restoration.
disappeared into the. I don't have that. That is a 17. Fuck yes.
That does not
Oh wait,
beat the
that's
DC.
that's a 20 with my modifier.
That does not beat the DC
It
of
does not.
23 as you had the most liquor,
He's 23.
but it's
And
got, and you can't succeed against the 25. You have a con mod of +3, don't you?
unless it react not
Unless
20,
it's a nat 20.
Oh, shit.
Nat 20 would
I'm
be a
gonna-
success.
I'm gonna tap out.
Oh, so you chug the first bit and you just put it down and you're like, nope, I'm done.
That's it.
Oh,
All right, you step back from the pot, and everyone
I
in
at
the
least
crowd,
went all in.
everyone in the
Oh my
crowd
God.
just starts booing you and just laughing and just.
All right, fine. Then with the booze, I fucking.
Oh, you
Oh,
go,
no.
you go for it. You go.
I go for it. I finish it.
Turn around.
I'm going for the nat 20. Here we go. Oh my god! I got it! Sweet! I shit you not! I will send you all pictures!
Okay. You watch as he finishes it. It
Oh
slams the
my
cup
God.
down. And he's like, "Fuck all of you! Fuck you! Fuck you! Fuck you!" And just-
It bounced off my monitor and rolled down my keyboard.
I'm gonna go with we're
my
playing
gosh.
the honor policy here, so I believe you.
Yeah.
By the
And,
reaction, I believe
you just look at him and he is trashed. As he's just like his cup's falling over and he's like trying to refill the pit and he's just pouring it like all on his hand as he's trying to refill for the next round and he hands the dice to you, Ninx. And he,
By the way, I go get a pitcher of water for Ziggy and just kind of pour it down my face while drinking it, while also getting myself entirely soaked.
it is cold as hell.
It's probably helpful.
Yeah,
Probably.
you feel more sober. You're not actually more sober.
I just feel sober.
Yeah, you kind of play off your cat-like gait to your swaying. All right,
Oh,
now we're at
my
Ninx.
God.
It's your roll
I
of the
start
D12.
leaning on my quarterstaff to help me stand up straight.
Tack is just kind of like carousing with the patrons and like kind of like almost instigating them, but not quite. It's like playful banter, but
Oh,
also
God.
a few fuck yous thrown in there.
I'm struggling to keep myself just sitting.
You're just like
I just struggle to put
like I
down
said,
that
your
last
elbows
little
on the edge of the
Yes,
table, and it keeps repeatedly.
Alright, God, Lord, Cord, come on. It's a 1!
So once that doesn't put you to anything, does it?
No, it doesn't.
You take your 1 second sip, put it down, and you're like, ha! There you go.
Boo!
You slide it to the crowd. Oh, at this stage,
You've
they're not,
already puked!
they're not booing. The crowd is like, oh, like in a like damn, you got lucky. The gods favor that one. And then
All right.
Wilhelm.
I should have cast Bane, god damn it.
Don't forget you
Oh,
got disadvantage.
Fuck, that would have.
Oh,
Okay, it gets disadvantage.
Not the roll.
On the first one.
Yeah.
On the first con save.
I got a 6, which puts me at my next Constitution save.
Okay, so next with disadvantage, because
Yep.
you just got shaken by boots and
This is
like shaking a warm beer in
my
summer.
5th one. This is my 5th one.
5th, not that high actually. The DC
Yeah.
I actually have no idea.
plausible
what I'm
for
on.
you.
Okay, so I rolled pretty well on both. But that's the lower one. It brings me to a 16.
16. What was the higher one? Out of curiosity.
The higher one was it was just 17.
17. So nope, neither
Yeah.
one actually would have succeeded. You have a whole of probably 5 seconds as you feel it, like when you were spitting out that
Coming
water
back
in that well.
Yeah, yeah.
What do you do? Do you move? Do you,
I turn to Boots and I throw up on him.
you turn, you look at him, and he's standing right next to you, and you're just like, "Hey, buddy,"
Because he's the one that gave me disadvantage.
and you just all on the front of your coat and cloak and pants. It's pretty bad, but most of it's water. Luckily,
Can I bap him on the head with my quarterstaff?
You missed.
do you want to make an attack?
You're
Yeah.
drunk. You're
Right.
drunk.
It'll be one-handed because I'm very drunk.
You so both actually it would be advantage because he's drunk, but it's disadvantage because you're drunk. So it's just
So it's just a
straight-
roll.
Cancels it out.
Yeah.
I'm not on my actions page.
Attack the dice.
17.
Ooh, that's pretty good.
That's a hit, I
17?
believe.
Just
Yeah.
hits.
Okay.
Whack, and then hit him on top of the head, and the crowd kind of laughs a little at this happening, and they're just like, ah. And
Do I roll
they're having a
damage?
good time. Everyone's having a good time, and they're pretty much yelling in favor of. Let's see. They're yelling in favor of. They're like, go. Your name wouldn't be known to them, Nink. So I'm trying to think of how they would describe you. Go badass
Get her,
woman!
girl.
Go badass woman!
Go, girl.
Like, the girls are cheering for you, and some of the men are like, kick his ass! And, yeah, Tack, it is your go with the D12.
I'm thinking
Oh,
about
fuck. I
four
just
more.
realized you're at
Four
40.
more in me. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to roll less than a 4.
Yeah. Well,
I
4.
grabbed the D4. I grabbed the D4.
That's not how this works.
Okay, I rolled the die. Got a 9.
That's a concept, so you need to roll another nat 20. As you look at the cup, and you look at the crowd with the 9, and you're like, oh,
You don't have to do it. You don't have to do it.
You
I'm
can
gonna do it.
Oh,
I actually before. What are the odds against her?
The odds against her, one of the videos, 10-1 in her favor at this point.
All right, get your money out, lads. Here we go. All right, and I roll.
I swear
Oh
to
my
God.
god, I got it.
Hmm.
I mean, for the story's sake, my character wouldn't, but I did roll a 20. But I was gonna throw up into the pitcher, the empty one, but I did roll it. So give me that pitcher.
All right. So
He's
your
like,
character,
fuck it, I rolled it, but I don't wanna.
you hold it, and you're holding it back, and you're just holding it back, but you could choose. You see the picture there, and you're basically like, you know, when you're really, really drunk and you know.
I just told everybody to get their money out, so now if I fucking do it,
Yeah,
I'm gonna be an
everyone
asshole.
looks at you as they're waiting, they're hesitating, they're looking as you're like. Do you throw open the picture? It's your choice.
I'm gonna go outside and tear the pitcher with me. I'm fucking walking
Pick
away.
up the pitcher. It's one of the. It's not as It's not as bad as the rest of them. You pick up the pitcher, you salute the crowd as your cheeks are bulging, and then you walk out and you just hear a "Hooah" as they're retching, and they all break into like a cacophonous just roar of applause, and it's extremely lively. And everyone starts patting you on the back, Ninx, and they start handing you glasses of water, and everyone seems really happy to do this. And you see the 5 gold laying on the table is rightfully earned to you.
That one I'm taking.
Yeah, and everyone
I
starts
pat you on the back.
laughing, smiling.
You're not a party pooper after.
Everyone
Is that what?
in the party is now shit-faced drunk.
Yeah, but I imagine her reaching for it, but also just sliding out of the chair and straight onto the floor.
You're just... And you weigh a decent amount, and you're just you have the gold in your hands, and you're like fumbling to put in your pocket as you're like laying on the ground, opening your coin purse. Like 1 or 2 silver fall, and you put them back in, as you're just kind of now laying on the ground calmly. It's cold, but it's comforting.
I make my way back inside and I point towards the boots. I'm like, anyone got prestidigitation? Because it cleans coats. It's a fur joke.
Everyone kind of looks in there, and they kind of like stop for a moment. A few of them laugh and get it. But it does
But
not
it's a
appear
bad
that any of the bar patrons have prestidigitation. I don't know if any of you guys chose to take it.
I don't have it.
On pers-
Zach, you do have prestidigitation.
hold on, I'm doing something.
By the way,
Anybody got anything that's
either-
gonna sober me up?
either of you Ninx or Wilhelm, you could have spent 5 of your
Yeah, I
healing
know.
things to clear away.
I
from,
know,
like,
but
2
I was
saving
going to be
throws.
fair.
Wait,
I was
what?
going to be fair.
So,
yeah, you
what
could I have
use
done?
your
Spending 5 of your land hands cures a disease or one
or
condition.
poison.
Oh,
Yeah.
damn it!
Yeah. But I decided to be fair. Didn't.
So can you sober me up right now?
You could in theory sober somebody up.
Yeah.
I'm gonna sober myself up.
How much do you spend? So 5 would get you to the just to the tipsy. 10 would get you sober.
I'm gonna go with 5.
5.
On myself.
You just kind of you're laying on the ground. You're laying on your back, and and this kind of lightning crackles across your hand as you touch your chest, and all of a sudden you're like, oh, it's like instant sober up, and you're like, whoa.
She's still tipsy, and she's never been in her entire life. Just for anybody wondering.
I just, by the way, I just kind of like look at the Wilhelm's bodily fluids on the front of me, and I go, La Valorica.
Yeah, verbal and somatic.
Me using Prestidigitation.
Did he sing for it? Did he just sing for us?
Yeah.
Hey!
All of you are kind of
cat can
scared on the
sing!
table. You're like, all of you start cheering. They're like, yeah! Jonas comes in, he goes, round 2. And he just falls on his
Fuck
face.
off!
I'm gonna push myself off the floor at this point because now we can.
Yeah, you're not drunk anymore, and you do push yourself. You get
I'm
into your
tipsy.
chair. It's pretty rough. Ziggy comes up to you, goes, here, darling, have a little bit, and she gives you some bread, just to munch on and hold.
But I'm gonna get up. I'm gonna walk over to Tag, and it's gonna be like one of those like she just kind of like lazily slams her hand against his chest.
Just a.
Like 5 points right there.
Ooh.
All right, so yeah, you get 5, and all of a sudden, Tack, you're this crackle of energy goes across you, and all of a sudden, you're much more sober, pretty tipsy because you had quite a bit, but you're overall relatively
Like
like
49.
sober
Holy
now.
shit.
Yeah, you're like, for you, for any other person they'd be drunk. For you, you're a heavy tipsy. You got a nice buzz going, a really nice buzz.
Whew. I think it's about time for some work. I take those papers back out.
All right,
You're gonna
take
do
the papers
it.
back out.
I'm gonna get this, guys. Maybe if I just don't look at it so closely, it'll just come into view.
Alrighty, make an intelligence check with disadvantage.
Well, I rolled a 2 to start, so that's an actual 2 because I don't have a modifier. And then I rolled a 6.
So it's a 2.
So
You look at it, and you're like, okay, guys, let's do this. You look at it, and you can barely even read the undercommon, let alone, like, translate it, let alone decipher it. And you get the sense that in your drunken stage, you do reach an epiphany, though. You're looking at it, and you just go, guys, I can't fucking get this.
I'm gonna just like take it all out and
Sprawl
have one of
across
those
the-
servant people just go leave it next to the fire, next to hearth for easy fire starter. I'm done with it. I can't get this.
We
You
can't
put the
just
stack
burn
of
it.
notes.
We can't just burn it. Oh.
It's just a stack of paper next to it. You could go pick it up if you wanted.
Well, I
Yeah.
burned the key, Nix. I burned the cipher. We'll never know.
We might need to know. And at this point, though, I'm just like, I need to like sit down in like the nearest like table.
Yeah, you're all kind of stumbling across like 3 tables, like your entire
People
group.
do this for fun?
This is fun.
No, it's not. Ever been drunk in my life?
I kind of look at her like, what? What?
These are stupid decisions.
That's pretty good for a first timer.
Look
Yeah,
over-
we'll see
How
how
the
the morning is.
fuck are you so?
Right, you two are too shit. You two are too fit.
Wilhelm is kind of like holding his head in his lap over the chair. See, the
No.
funny thing is Timo.
I've crawled over to the fire, and I'm just like laying on the ground, just like.
in front of it. It's really comforting because your back is super
It's
cold,
warm.
but the
Hey,
fire's super
Wilhelm!
warm.
Don't dry out.
Shut it, you furry animal!
So now the cat.
I mean, you're not wrong.
And with that, I'm kind of just gonna sit and drink water,
Yeah, you guys can spend,
chat,
You could take
chat
a.
with some patrons if they're wanting.
Well, do you try and go up to one of the patrons?
No, I wouldn't. I would be.
So just
I'd
like
be
small
just chilling.
Yeah, so a bit of small talk happens. A few of them come up, pat you on the back for a good fight. And over the next probably 3 hours, you guys all sober up relatively. So it gets into the late afternoon, which is near night. You got about the light is dwindling naturally through the blue stained glass, and there's probably about another hour or 2 left of daylight. But yeah, your characters spend the next little while in the inn, sobering up, kind of sitting. You guys are free to talk about whatever, or kind of do whatever you like. one of the patrons does come up to you, and it appears to be someone who arrived that day, and he comes over almost in a giddy way, and he goes, "Are you the ones that killed the sorceress?"
Maybe.
Nope, that would be that.
No, that's him.
I point to the cat.
Yep, I do too.
No, I killed her. She got javelin. I
Did you happen to find any of her notes?
Nope.
I just look at Talk. Did
Nope.
you
I
burn
point to the black-eyed second place person.
So, second loser, first loser.
And I like what? I don't know any.
He rolled a natural 20 as a perception, and he sees the undercommon things sitting next to the fire. He goes, could I look at those? Those look very interesting.
Who are you?
Like an insight check on this person?
Yeah, me too. Like I'm skeptical now. Like,
All right,
comes in asking for notes specifically.
Make an insight check.
Fuck. I didn't get it.
I didn't see shit.
I got a 3.
You guys get the sense that this guy is genuinely interested, and he's got what you don't find often. He appears to have a pair of glasses on him. And so he looks, and you get the sense that he's not your average wanderer. He is definitely a scholar of some kind, because when he picks up the papers and starts looking at them, he looks at them with a precision.
I lean in, like, really close to his face, still drunk. What are you, some kind of nerd?
He looks to you and he goes, maybe.
Alright. He checks out.
That was your shakedown? Are you some kind of nerd? Can we get a name? Did he say his name?
You kind of poke him for his name, and he says that his name is Evan.
Pulls up fantasy name generator.
Don't judge me. That's exactly what his name
And it spits out Evan.
I took the best looking vowels and consonants and put together Evan.
I hope one fucking day you roll daddy just like I did.
It gives you a list, so I could choose. And it says, he goes, "Oh, my name's Evan. I'm with the college."
The college.
College of
College?
You can tell none of us have been to school.
The Mages College out of Ediford.
Ediford?
Where's that?
The cat just repeats the last thing you say, so.
Fascinating.
No, I'm genuinely dumb.
It's, he goes, the capital of the Western Empire.
Empire?
Well, I knew that, of course.
She's asking the right questions.
After the storm, I've been sent to find out any information I can, and I've tracked down pretty much any sorcery-based inquiries, and unfortunately, we've not found much. And he kind of like frustratedly puts it back.
Not found much.
I can't even.
Stop.
He goes, I can't even decipher this. This isn't in any version of the ciphers I've seen. None of the classical means.
It's under carbon.
Do you know if the sorceress had any relatives or anyone? Isn't there a journal?
Yes,
anything?
because
I look back at the group.
We got her family history before we left.
Well, these papers might be useful, and maybe taking them to the college, they might be able to source them out. I'm still heading east. Unfortunately, I'm on my way to Cyprus.
Whoa.
We could take him there.
Papers didn't come without work. Pay up, buddy.
He looks at you and he goes,
Hey,
I don't want the papers. I'm saying that if you're curious, they would pay handsomely in Ediford for this information.
Oh, guys, he said,
That sounds like
I'm interested.
fun.
How far is this?
I think the better question is, how do you know about the papers?
Well, spit it out. Ask him then.
Wait, what do you
He
mean?
just did. Like, he came in asking for, like, stuff.
Oh, he heard about the sorceress. He goes, well, most sorceresses get their magic from inscriptions in which they carve, and you also had the stack of notes sitting there in Undercommon next to the fireplace.
What about
So
sorcerers
you just
that
connected
have
2 and 2. That the
demons with
sorceress has
And I think you're
these
thinking
papers
of a
and they
witch.
belong to her?
Well, you're the ones that killed her, and I'm assuming...
You sound just as crazy as the guy talking about the talking island.
No, he makes a point.
It's
You
a
sound
moving
crazy.
island.
We killed a wicked bitch. And we,
demon children.
not to
And
mention,
then some
we're
guy
pretty well
shows
known
up
in the
next
town.
day?
If you'd like to know, I have been traveling relatively furiously, and he starts listing like 3 or 4 small towns from the west of here, from a relatively realistic description. He goes, I actually just stopped in Dresden on my way here, probably 2 days ago, maybe 3.
I do the Will Smith point at the guy. It's like, I don't know where that is, but I believe him.
Maybe the cat should visit the college.
The guy looks at you and goes, I don't think you'd get in. Well, thank you
Probably
for...
because he's a cat.
I point back at the nerd and use Mage Hand to poke his nose. Now listen here.
He kind of like swats away the mage hand. And he goes, I've had enough. I simply wished to inquire on what information you had, and apparently you don't have any. Thank you, then. And he kind of
You're
like,
using
walks
a
away,
Baylor voice.
gets a mead. You see him immediately walk upstairs to whatever room he is rented.
Wait, Haley, didn't you have a something about his sister?
You
Or
don't
her sister?
actually, your characters don't know that.
No, my
information.
characters don't know, but I'm asking Haley.
Oh,
Oh, yeah, I
just
got
wait
that.
until I find out about it. It's gonna be
Okay, I was
hell.
just making sure that I didn't just. I'm just remembering things right. Okay, all right, we can
I
continue.
glare back over at Ninx. You're the party pooper again.
Yeah.
I just drank you under the table. You're
Not
the
me.
party pooper. You threw up first.
That's not true.
You're sober. You cheated.
Afterwards. So it's not cheating. And to be fair, your friend over there
Oh,
could have done
by
the
the
same
way,
for you.
and I pumped 5 hit points into Boots, get rid of his drunkenness.
You do
Does
it.
that work like that?
Yep.
Yeah, it kind of cures a poison, and in theory, alcohol is poison. So it lessens it in your blood, and
He
Wait,
could've
so
done
I could have done that?
No, he's
No,
it's a paladin thing.
it's a paladin thing.
He could have done that the entire time. He just chose not
Yeah.
to.
Well,
Wait, your snarky
Yeah,
ass is a paladin?
you don't know what a paladin is. Paladins don't.
Me
really.
neither.
You see this warm glow, and you hear and smell ocean water, and then all of a sudden
Wait.
you're less drunk.
Wouldn't I know what a paladin is because Wilhelm is a paladin?
But he,
I would have never told you.
yeah, it's not like, hey, I'm a paladin. You would have noticed that he has some magic, that his sword or his trident occasionally glows.
There aren't any paladins in like the coastal city that I would just, you know.
Paladins aren't typically associated with
Okay.
the coastal areas and the coastal empires. They're mainly associated with like faith-based things, and your character specifically avoided faith-based.
Yep.
areas.
I don't know what the fuck that shit is.
I mean, like
Yeah.
I said, you would know it's magic. That's about it.
I can tell you're very cultured.
Like
Guys.
milk?
Guys. Guys,
What?
Yes.
are we going?
Two?
Going to college?
Ediford? Yeah, to
Yeah.
college?
Yeah, we're going to college. I like getting
Lord.
paid.
Isn't that expensive?
Is Evan still here?
Yeah, for them, they're paying us.
Everyone upstairs to his room, actually.
Okay, then I'm gonna just kind of look towards somebody who's kind of watching us, if they are, and be like, how far away is this? Ediford.
No one's looking at you, but they hear you kind of yell, and they look over and they go, Ediford's on the west coast. It would take a long time, probably week's journey, 10 days.
Oh my god. I can't travel
Any
with these people.
any
for
merchants
10
in here? Got any merchants heading that way soon? 'Cause-
No,
I'm a caravan guard. And pretty
Tell
good
us
at it.
again how you're a caravan guard.
I'm a caravan
while it
guard,
does look like
Nix.
there's someone that stopped in, they don't appear to be a caravan. And it seems that most of the other patrons in the place are just the ones you've seen.
Damn. Alright, guys.
I start walking out the door.
Hey, it's like 4 in the afternoon. We gotta leave tomorrow.
Or we just make
I'd like
camp
to
in the
continue
forest.
sobering
You
up.
can see in the dark, can't you?
Yeah.
We're not stumbling through the forest while somewhat still there.
Nix, there's a road system.
I knew that.
I knew that.
She's had a long day.
Half I lean back on the door, point at Nix, you're the party pooper, point at Tuck, you're the smart one.
And you're the
Yeah.
cat who's been neutered.
Thanks for looking.
Talk a big game when drinks are involved, but can't talk a big game when somebody's life is.
As I recall, she still died.
Can I throw something at him?
And I continue to
Can I
walk
grab
out.
the bottle off the
You
table?
have like a tankard in your hand.
Yes, can I throw that?
It doesn't do damage, but yeah, you.
Oh. Yeah, I'm gonna throw that.
Only I was
Whip a
level
tankard at
3. If only.
But yeah,
So you walked out the door?
Are you rolling to throw the tankard at me as I walk out the door?
It's just in your. Oh, are you like falling? Is it at your back?
What?
I thought you had stopped and had turned to talk to her.
Yeah, but I'm like, I am now turned around to head back out. After
imagine
see
her,
that.
like,
roll
throwing
a
it as you walk.
dexterity check with advantage.
Who, me?
Yeah.
This is not gonna go well. Oh,
I hope this is like cinematic where it crashes right into the door frame next to me.
16.
Well,
This is advantage.
that would happen because just under your armor classes, you just barely miss him and hits the door frame right next to us as he starts to leave. It's as you open the door and start to take the step out, this tankard slams right next to you with a bit of force. That you see there's a little bit of dent left in the wood as it falls down.
I'll lean back in. She'll pay for that, and then I walk back out.
Okay, you walk out. What are you guys doing?
I'm gonna look at Wilhelm at this point. Why are you traveling with him?
He
Timo?
got another call from work, possibly. We'll take this chance.
Timo!
We'll do a quick bathroom break because I have to pee. So I will be right
I have
back.
to pee as well. Alcohol went right through me,
Yep.
guys.
Yep.
I need another brew.
Okay, so a
Woo.
second bathroom break.
Second bathroom break.
I've had my full glass of whiskey, and I do not need a bathroom break.
Boy, I hate the nice beer. I can't believe I rolled 2 20s in a row. It's fucking wild. Never gonna happen again. Okay.
So we are at the Tabaxi has left the inn, and all of you are standing there. Ninx
And I
is-
threw a tankard at him.
Yeah.
How's the weather?
Oh, and then you asked Wilhelm something.
Oh yeah, that's how we figured out you were gone. I asked you how the hell you're traveling with that cat.
He keeps me warm. He's very furry.
You guys
Like a
cuddle
blanket?
at night?
It's like a blanket. Yeah, you don't cuddle? We should try sometime.
I look at Nick. I'm like,
you're so fucking lucky I'm not in the room anymore.
I kind of got like
Can we
big eyes.
comment on the thug life glasses coming onto Wilhelm as he flirts with Ninx? Did no one else
Not
catch
really.
that?
Oh, I caught that.
I'm not really a touchy-feely person. I'll let you stick with your cat.
That's
You seem
okay.
taken.
Yeah. I like my blanket.
At this point, I'm walking out the door. This is the most awkward conversation she's probably ever had.
Zach,
And I'm
roll a
following
d20
Nyx.
for me.
Uh-oh.
Do my ears twitch when I hear my name?
No, it's 1 to 5. You didn't actually have any of your stuff on you, like your bedroll, the stuff that would be stored in.
Oh, I rolled a 6, so I barely made that.
So you're lucky that you had your pack at the moment, kind of downstairs by the fire. So you do have your stuff on you. I was just seeing.
You make a fair observation because I didn't think about that.
How's the weather out as I follow Nyx out the door?
Okay, so you all kind of do you take the time to gather your stuff? I'm imagining.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, I
you
wouldn't
take
leave
her
without
stuff.
You
my
take
stuff.
about 2 minutes.
I imagine it's just an awkward silence as she's grabbing her stuff, like really trying not to look at Wilhelm. Like, this is real weird.
Not looking, and it's as you walk inside the weather, it looks as if the snow has went a little heavier. So there's about 3 inches of snow. However, the sun has come out. So in patches where there are long stones, that would absorb the heat. They're nice and it is much warmer, and the snow's kind of dwindling. And there's a little bit of flurry just from what dropped, but elsewise the dirt roads have actually absorbed a bit of the snow and the moisture, and so it's like frozen muddy almost.
Perfect hiking weather.
And it's like
There's one
chilly, but
behind
not
us.
too chilly.
Is your character behind us?
Yeah.
Timo? Now would be a good time to cuddle your cat. Alright, keep walking.
You guys have
Did the cats?
the cat
Boots!
further up.
Oh,
Kitty.
What was how far?
I turn around. I was a slow walking, expecting them to catch up.
You're like, wow, they're taking a long time, and then it's starting to occur to you that you're like, oh well, I guess they didn't have their packs ready, did they? Lucky for you, you packed yours that morning.
I always have my pack because I never have a place to live.
Or also in case you have to run.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah, too.
But you all kind of reconvene at the edge of Somerset, on the western edge. And
So as we're... Go ahead.
I was going to say, the western edge of Somerset, once you leave the town, it actually has almost a descending valley that kind of goes in. It's not really a valley, it just... Somerset is on the top of a hill that kind of comes from a winding road down, and you can see on either side there are piercing tall mountains to the far right and the far left. And as you look over the western edge, there's a small snow covering on the pine trees that build up the forest to the west. There's a mix of some deciduous, but you can see almost the entirety is until it's broken up into waving hills and snow-covered little caps way in the distance that are bleak small mountains that dot the last western edge. And it's a sight. It's gorgeous. You didn't see it on your way in because you came from the east walking up the hill. As you're going west, you kind of stop for just a half second and take in that this is a gorgeous scene. That there's a reason Somerset is popular because it's beautiful here. Pretty much like driving through the mountains in either Oregon or Colorado.
Yes. Who's got a tent?
no, I don't have a tent.
Nope.
Me neither. All right, that's a good cold one. Let's go.
That's why I said we should cuddle.
He's now flirting with attack.
I would just be moving a little bit closer to Nix and be like, "No thanks."
At this point, you notice Brash just behind you. The compatriots who seem to be catching up to your pace as you've kind of dwindled and kind of waited for them. Your feet, as you're walking slower, start to get a little chilly as you don't really have boots. And it's so cold, but as they get up to you, you're like, okay. And so, you all are a group, so you're heading west.
Oh my god.
Okay, so you've got about 5 hours till 10 o'clock. The sun is pretty much gone. You can see it since you're on the hill. You're pretty high up. That's the only thing that's kind of keeping the daylight here for you.
Alrighty.
We gotta make camp, guys.
All right,
And
so
not
you,
freeze.
you just push through. And
Actually, I'll
continue
take
throughout 5 hours.
I'll take my chances.
That 5 hours was a bit grueling as it's just hiking and walking.
And we all sober up, and now we got hangovers, and it's even worse.
Yeah, you kind of munching on whatever provisions you've kind of brought along the way, but elsewise it's a little groggy and rough.
I think it'd be a great time to settle down.
The real night cold is starting to set in.
Yeah, we should really start a fire. Settle down for the night.
Okay, so
Really?
are
No,
you camping?
I was going to walk through the night.
Are you camping on the road?
That depends
Well,
on
actually,
if it's
Neeks
serious or not.
Neeks doesn't even want to camp, so have that conversation first.
No, that was sarcasm.
Sarcasm. Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
No, it's gonna walk straight through the night, guys.
I'm down.
While hungover.
Yeah, well, the road would be. Is it cobbled or is it dirt?
It's more like a hard packed dirt,
I suggest we move
but-
pretty
back
far
from
out
the
from
road.
the Empire's main reaches.
I suggest we move
Is there
back from the
anything?
road.
Yeah, is there anything that's not snowy?
There is a grove, like just like to the right, almost that looks like it's been cleared out for along the road. Like specifically, the pine trees have been cut down and moved away from this area, and it's been hard packed. And there it looks almost as if there is like gravel that's been placed that kind of absorbs the sun during the day and keeps the snow off this area. I'm
gonna walk towards that and be like,
it's like just off the road. It literally, like, have any of you? I don't think Timur or Zach have driven through the mountains, but like those little areas where it's literally just like a pull off to the side.
Yeah, there's like a pull off,
so you can
or like a
switch
chain
your
up area.
Yeah, that's pretty much what this is. This is literally like the equivalent of like a D&D
of a
like
chain up
rest
area,
stop where like you like would travel with your carts. And then you just camp for the night in these specific areas.
That's really still close to the road.
That way, the thing is so you can stay near the road and don't have to try to get a cart through the forest to a safer position. Because it's pretty like held in by a glen. It looks as if the forest has been specifically cultivated to be denser in a like almost not quite a semisphere, but like if there were a trapezoid. If this is a trapezoid, the walls.
Okay.
Yeah. Trust me, Nix. You don't want to sleep in a wet bedroll. It sucks.
Believe me, I've done it.
And I'm gonna start unpacking my bedroll somewhere and look around for fire stuff.
It is I was gonna say it's quite cold, so I do recommend starting a fire.
I'd be looking.
I would like to start a fire.
All right. Okay, so you just use prestidigitation to. I want to confirm
the fire.
That's how that spell works.
Yeah, there is a. It uses
recently
light or a torch or a small campfire.
Okay, so yeah, you can light. Yeah, just you kind of set it up and just use. Oh, do you want to?
No. No.
And I put my little tinder box.
I had
away.
something ready for last time. That's why.
Oh.
And I'm like,
nobody caught on to it.
You're pretty handy.
And yeah, so you got a small fire going, and as you're all kind of sitting down, you kind of warm up.
Actually, these are paws.
You warm.
Confirm or deny, Wilhelm.
What's up? I totally missed everything that was said.
Same here. So we'll all watch it back in the VOD.
He has no idea what's going on. That's fine.
So you.
That was a funny joke, damn it. Okay, keep going.
I didn't hear it.
I don't think your mic caught it, actually.
Yeah,
I didn't think it cut out for me.
I said, Wilhelm, confirm or deny? Because somebody said you're handy.
Oh. Okay.
No, that wasn't towards me. That was towards
That was towards the person who started the fire.
Which was the point.
Exactly, which was the point.
The joke is that they cuddle, so they would,
Yeah, we know. We got it. You don't need to explain it.
We got that.
Does the fish lay like a fish?
His arms at his side just flopping. You are all, before you go to bed, you are warming up a bit of food on your fire, and you all kind of hear this far off in the distance, and then you hear it stop.
Did it sound like horses?
It sounded like horses, and it sounded like a carriage, and it stopped. And you see a shape peer out and come just off the road near the edge of the specific, the glen, come up, and he goes, "Hello, I was wondering if you would be willing to share your fire in the area tonight, as I see you are not a large group of individuals." And in front of you is you can't see in heavy detail, but it is a tabaxi with a deep brown, almost tortoiseshell coat. And he's wearing thick, warm clothes that completely cover. He's got boots on and covered in like a headscarf. And he looks pretty much dressed to the nines. And he looks all of the colors on him are very deep reds, indigo blues. And you can tell that he's wearing finer clothes, or per se not fine clothes. He looks to be a little more, for lack of better terms, like flamboyantly dressed. As if
Which way was he coming from? Was he coming from Somerset?
Yeah. And
okay, so from the way we'd already been.
No, coming towards you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, as if going east.
Guys, should we? What do you think?
Yeah, come. Sure, why not?
Who are
Me
you?
and my troop would deeply appreciate the
Troop?
hospitality.
And how many
There's more than
are
one?
in the troop?
How many?
There are 8 to 10 of us. 14 if
Oh.
you count the children. We'll
There's
light our
not
fires.
enough-
We just want to make sure that it is okay if we share the space with you.
Sure. I don't mind.
We deeply appreciate and we offer our hospitality. Please share a drink with us. As it is
No, not
No,
We've been
not
drinking
today.
a lot. We are okay.
then we shall have water. It is customary to share drinks among our guests. And you
Okay,
watch
so
over the next
drink.
like 15-20 minutes as this traveling troop, and by troop I mean TROUPE.
Yep.
So
Yes.
Theatrical.
performers unloads their carts and sets a couple fires. They start cooking a stew on one of the fires they set, and the tabaxi comes over to you and goes. He brings a bunch of small glasses, probably no bigger than like a traditional teacup, but they're made of wood, and they're all filled with water. And he goes, "Here, my friends, please drink. It is custom."
I'd like
Okay.
to note that she is not going to take a single sip out of this cup.
Okay.
I'm just gonna hold the cup.
He has a cup as well in his.
Nope, she's not doing it.
That. I'm gonna be like, thanks. Just hold the cup.
And
Yep,
you
just
see
holding the
that
cup.
a few of the kids that were in the thing, they seemed a little quiet, and they look like they're probably asleep in the wagon, are now starting to like run around, and a few of them have like picked up some snowballs. And he goes, Stop playing! Not around the strangers' stuff." And he seems like he's like really like worried and almost like stressed by like what's going on. He goes, "Sorry for the little ones. They are."
Are they all tabaxi?
No, one of them is a human. One of them is a tabaxi child. Yes.
I mean, the rest of the troop.
The
as well.
troop.
So it seems from what you can see, it's pretty dark around here. You're pretty much just got firelight to work and a little bit of dark vision.
And dark
so the
vision.
features. You get mainly humans and a few. One very large human. You're pretty sure he might be a half orc. The dark vision doesn't really lend to it. And then 2 tabaxi, which seems to be
Okay.
this one that approached you, and then what appears to be his wife.
I'll take the tiniest of sip
It
from the water.
tastes like barrel water. It's not the
We're very
Alright.
trusting of the DM here.
and he says, "Do you mind if I engage with your little campfire here? The little ones, they always like the new." And you watch as the little one, like all of the kids. There's 3 of them. One's about 6, which is a human. The tabaxi child's about like 8, so like pretty tall toddler. The other one's like 10, and is a human. And they all start kind of like sitting around your fire and like poking at you, and 2 of them are looking at you, Wilhelm, and they're just like, "Whoa."
Can I use?
I turn to them and go, "Do you want to hear a scary story?"
Yes,
And then-
story. And the tabaxi lights up at this, and he goes, "Are you a storyteller? I have many stories. In fact, that's
Of a
usually
sort.
what we do."
Of a sort.
Well, I'd love to hear your story. And he kind of like pulls up a small like little bit of it's like a stool that he seems to like go out of his way to grab and sit down by your fire.
And
Can I
then
use-
and I proceed to tell them about a
One second,
nearby town.
Zach is doing prestidigitation on.
Yeah, I just want to. Can I use it to warm my cup of water and flavor it like tea?
I think it's one or the other.
Can I cast
Cast
it
it
twice? It's a cantrip.
Fair enough. Yeah, you can make tea. It's not
Okay.
tasteful tea.
No, I mean it's weak flavored,
Is
It's a
weak.
weak flavor tea.
but it's better than just cold barrel water.
Yeah, it tastes like warm, very herbal tea.
Like I had a single tea leaf in there.
Yeah, and it's better than average. And you realize. And so, what was your tale?
My tale was about a nearby town that murders children. If you are proud.
Oh my god! She leads a... Okay, alright,
If you're
time out!
found bothering.
Wait. Okay.
soon as
Wait.
it starts
Timo. I'm gonna ask you to fully RP this.
Hold on. I literally
I basically
spill my
told the
tea.
story of the
No,
the
Timo.
children.
You don't get to
No, you
do this.
you
You have to
gotta
tell
ad-lib
this
it.
story
Oh man, okay.
on the spot. You're gonna tell the
Okay,
story.
wait,
Hold
time
on.
out. Who is sitting by who?
I
right
imagine
now?
it's
I'm sitting next to
It's the
Wilhelm.
4 of you, and the kids have interspersed
But
themselves.
who is like? What's the order here? Like, who's sitting next to who right now?
I imagine you and Tack, and then your other
Yeah, I
side, Ninx, is Wilhelm, and you're sitting across from Brash. So you're right.
Farthest
arm would
from me,
be-
so basically opposite side of the fire.
Yeah. So you and Brash are across from each other, and then Tack and Wilhelm are across from each other.
Okay.
So
And is there a kid next to Wilhelm?
There's
There's a few kids.
the bigger child is sitting on a stool they pull up, and the two little kids are just in between Ninx and the and then next to you, Tack and Ninx is the Tabaxi.
Oh my.
And he kind of sits and goes, "Go ahead, tell your story.
Give me a second.
You're good. Yeah, no rush on this." This is gonna be good. Normally I let stuff like this play out.
Stop. Okay, stop.
He needs complete silence.
Wilhelm? Your story?
And this, so you like begin the.
Nope.
as
Let
you're
him
be-
go. Let him go. Shh. Let
As
him
you're
go.
beginning your story, a few of the other younger members of the troupe and the performers kind of gather around your fire, and it kind of seems to be the main fire as they like the hospitality, and they the wife of the Tabaxi brings everyone a bowl of stew. If you
Oh
will.
shit!
Ooh.
Does that have meat in it?
Yes,
Does it have cheese?
Oh.
it's dried meat, and there is no cheese in stew.
There's
Alright,
a
I'm
whole
gonna put some
wheel
cheese.
in the pouch.
Yep.
I didn't actually put a wheel of cheese in my pouch.
I think you
I
just
asked
have
you
two
to.
wheels of cheese. Reed.
Mm.
They're small. They're like hand size.
Walking
So you
around.
could wrap.
Just gonna put a small slice in there, stir it in, let it melt. Perfect.
It's like weird French onion soup almost.
Sounds so good.
Yeah, and it's like a
French
really
onion
like
soup with cheese and meat. Hell
as
yeah.
Tim was doing his thing. I'll describe the soup. It's got a bit of potato chunks, bit of fresh onion, a little bit of garlic. It's got leeks, like green onions put on top, with a. It's got a really nice hearty broth that seems to have some form of like bouillon. And when you put the cheese in, it melts in and gives it this really earthy and like hearty aroma, and it makes it a little bit closer to like a thicker chili that you put cheese into, because the cheese kind of absorbs a lot of the moisture as it's melting in the heat, and it just kind of your stew becomes less of like a soup in a stew and much more into that, and like you can almost eat it with like a fork.
It's like a fondue.
Yeah, it's like pretty much like fondued stew. If
I look at that and it looks so good, and I ask Talk, can I get a slice of that cheese?
you watch Wilhelm's like recounting, he's like, "Wait, I need like 2 minutes."
Okay. Just bear with me. Bear with me.
After the story, and I quickly hide the cheese.
Okay. There once was a
Howdy
town.
kitty face.
There once was in the nearby town of Redmont. There were two children, little Danny and Charlie. And one day, two travelers came upon in their town visiting. There was a lot of drinking and partying, and
These are kids, Wilhelm.
yeah, shh, scary story. So the children thought when the travelers would get drunk enough that they could go ahead and they could steal from them and maybe provide for their meager family. And at the end of the night, they snuck into the travelers. They snuck into the two travelers' room, and they very successfully stole from the traveler. But little did they know that the two travelers were watching them the entire time. And when they thought they were in the clear, they got out of the inn and started heading toward this family. And then the next morning, when they woke up, they found themselves hanging.
Okay,
Oh,
that's
no.
enough. We're good. You're done with your
But-
story. We're moving on.
but no.
Like my character is standing up at this
yeah,
point.
you're like,
He's like,
and the
like,
taxi's
that's
like,
enough. And
maybe
I lean over and put my hands on like one kid's ear.
Mage hand over her mouth.
his. Wait, who are you trying to?
Ninx.
Ninx, oh, you feel this.
Are you kidding me?
But you and the tabaxi goes, oh, hold on, I think that is a little too scary for our young ones there. I do have a story of mine, though.
Okay.
Do any of you children know of the gods that build the world? And like a few of them like pipe up and like smile. Have and does the mage hand like go as, please, Flynn.
Yeah, and for that, I'm throwing the cup of water on the cat.
On your face, just a little bit of water. It wasn't a lot of water, but it was enough to make you go like blink your eyes at it. And the kids kind of laugh at it, and Nix, as you do this, you're handed a bowl of stew.
Thank you.
And the tabaxi kind of looks at each of you and at the kids, and he goes, "This tale is the story of, I mean, have any of you heard it? How winter happens in the world. Why the snow falls from the sky."
We rotate a star?
He kind of like laughs. He goes, no. It's a little more interesting than what many of the astronomers of the world would say.
Is it the three divines?
Aye, the divines and the children. See, Cord had two children. He had Melora and Amberly. And before man inhabited the world, there was many times in which the gods played on the land and the sea in which we see. And Cord used to be less angry. He used to be a good father, some would say. And he would play games with the kids, the children. And one day they were playing hide and seek, and Cord closed his eyes and let them do as they would to hide away. Now Umberly, being as sneaky and as clever as she was, she hid deep in the ocean where Cord could not see her, where the light of Bahamut could not reach. She was hidden from his eyes, and she built many trenches and caves to hide in under the sea. Now Melora was not nearly as tricksy as her sister. She was smart, but she built mountains taller than anything anyone had seen. But Cord was tall. He could see over them. He could still see her, and she tried to do better. She built forests. She built deep lands and crevices and trenches that she hid in. But Cord could still find her. Bahamut's light was not something that easily could be shrouded. And now she thought to herself, her sister was so easily inclined to hide, and she needed something that would keep the Storm Lord away, something that the storms could not reach. And so she went to the Raven Queen, her aunt, and she begged and she pleaded to help her hide from Cord, that he was a mean father and that he needed to be punished. And as the Raven Queen took pity on Melora and her actions, she shrouded the entire northern continent in deep snow and put the powerful magic so strong that no storm could rage in the middle of winter. And thus Melora cursed the land to forever have winter and long, hard ones the further north you go. Some say Melora still hides in her shame, because it took begging and pleading for the Raven Queen's magic to be lifted for there to be no more winter. And as throughout the whole story, the children seem like captivated in it, and they're just like, and then they all get up afterwards and they start playing hide and seek in the dark, because it's about 11 p.m. And the tabaxi kind of sits back and he goes, I love telling stories. I'm more of a dancer, and my troupe, I don't get to have the opportunity. It's nice to have faces to tell my stories to.
What an interesting story.
And he kind of smiles to you and he goes, by the way, my name is Shashra.
Shashra. Oh my god.
C-H-A-S...
Shashra.
C-H-A-S-R-A-H. Shashra. I come from the Shepherd's Coast, far down. We've been all over. It's nice to run into folk.
Ooh, where's the Shepherd's Coast?
That is the one you are from. That is from.
I'm sorry.
Oh,
My ears.
What? Whatever you touched there, your mic wise, that was terrible.
Yeah. Sorry, I just unplugged my thing very suddenly. I'm very sorry.
That's it. Scratch the recording. Start the session over. Day 1.
So, where did you say the summer? What?
The Shepherd's Coast.
The Shepherd's Coast.
I'm from the Shepherd's
Do I
Coast.
know? I would know where that is.
That's where
Yeah.
you're from.
Yeah. Okay, I'm just making sure. I don't know where your map is.
It is in the chat. It is available if you wish to
Okay.
reference some of the things. But it is the eastern. It's the sandy coast of the southern continent. And you know that
Okay.
performers are usually all around the world, so it's not surprising that he's so far away from where he claims to be from. And he looks at the audience and says, "Thank you for indulging in your own version of hospitality. Please enjoy what we have to offer, as it is our way. We don't often get good words, and it's nice to run into one of my own. I don't see many tabaxi around."
I was going to say the same to you.
Aye. Especially free tabaxi as ourselves. I'm assuming you are
Agreed.
free here. He kind of like looks to the 3 non-tabaxi with a kind of like a...
I look over at Ninx to an extent.
wait.
kind of like light chuckles. And he goes, "Well, I must be off to bed as we are heading into Somerset. Hopefully, it is profitable there. Do any have any news? What are you traveling from?"
It's a great place. Wonderful place.
Aye, well, hopefully they are inviting as you are.
No children being murdered there.
I wish I had something else. The look I give your character is of I'm going to kill you. if
You know what?
keep
No,
talking.
that one does deserve a mage hand back slap to the head.
It doesn't do damage. You do get a
No, it's
shove
just
on the back of your head.
the thumb.
Like a
Ugh. Sorry. That
and he
just,
goes, "Interesting."
I didn't get to finish my
That
story.
one's crazy.
so-
He thinks islands talk, so we're gonna keep moving on.
Okay. Have a wonderful evening and stay warm. Hopefully your fire stay lit the whole night. And if you need anything, do not feel any distress over asking. We have
Actually, do you have any rope?
rope.
I used mine.
I toss back my rope.
I'll buy it.
Well, your friend seems to be offering you rope, but we do have rope for sale. I mean, Jacques, and he yells over, and Jacques like comes up from near one of the other fires. And goes, "Yes, sir." And get this man 50 feet of rope. I think he needs.
50 feet, yes.
And yeah, he offers for you to buy it for. If I can find
You
the
could
price.
take mine for free.
I gotta find price. It's like
I wouldn't
2
take a
something.
handout from the cat either.
2 copper pennies.
That's too cheap.
It's 1 gold piece for 50.
Holy,
Holy
okay.
fuck!
Holy shit.
It's 50
That is
feet of rope.
expensive.
Okay, I give him a gold.
All right,
Sheesh.
I keep my rope.
50 feet of rope.
It's like, I didn't realize that was so expensive.
I mean,
I put
it's
it-
a lot of fucking rope, to be fair,
I
guys.
put it where the 50 feet normally go, but I used it to string up a hag, so...
Hey, are you all adventurous? He seems
No.
like a little interested now.
Did I say shit? I said that out loud again.
yes. We are adventurers.
I'm just a caravan guard.
Yeah.
For fuck's sake.
I see you were
That-
doing quite a good job. Guarding
Yeah,
your caravan.
he's our caravan guard.
Thank you.
Alright, well, have a wonderful night, and
I use mage hand to hand him back his cup.
you're an interesting fellow. You seem to enjoy flashing your magic.
I enjoy using what I've learned.
And he takes it, and they kind of gather up, and you're offered 1 more round of stew, but it's a meager offering if you take it. But
No, thank you.
Save it for the children.
My stomach's still not sitting very
kids,
well.
but the kids were like running around for a while, and then you notice that all the kids at once have passed out, pretty much. They were like
Oh,
carried
the
by
wall.
who you realize is Jacques, they've like all like kind of knocked out from exhaustion. Like they were high off the we set up camp, and then they were gone. And so the night goes. Are you guys doing watches, or what's the plan here?
I would like to do watches. Yes.
I would like to do watches.
Okay.
I'll just sleep. I've never done watches before.
You going real fast.
Yeah, nothing. I mean, nothing too bad's happened before, so.
I will be watching.
I will be taking a watch then.
Good night, guys.
I guess I'll take the last watch.
Okay, so it'll be Wilhelm and Nynx on the first watch, and then the second watch it'll be Boots alone.
No.
Unless I'm asked to take
No.
a watch, I'm going to sleep.
Why no?
There's only two.
No.
There's only two. So.
No, I'm gonna stay up with
every
the cat.
watch.
I'm going to stay up with the cat.
Okay, so you take your sleep first for a quick 4 hours.
Yeah.
Wilhelm, make me a perception check as you.
Alrighty.
So you kind of
I'd
keep up the fire.
Oh yeah. That
I'd like
was
you to please
amazing.
refer to the confused cat face again at my reaction to that.
All right. Let's see here. What's my perception? I might be cheering a little bit too early. Okay, that's not bad. Non-natural 20.
A non-natural 20. The
Yeah.
majority of your watch goes with you kind of have your bedroll and a small blanket wrapped around your shoulders, sitting next to the fire, and you kind of every now and then just watch and look, and you're pretty attentive. There's not much to distract you during it, and you kind of focus for a bit as you're like meditatively like watching, and you hear the sound of the ocean creep up behind your ears, and you can smell salt water again. And it's really refreshing as you do that. And then you notice as you look far off in the distance, you can see two small, just barely raised deer walking along with the mother. That kind of like they all kind of look over your camp and then just kind of like scurry away for a bit. But it's almost kind of peaceful in a way. Your watch, and then not much happens as the night progresses, but. You kind of keep yourself warm, keep the fire stoked, and you wake up Boots and Nynx for their watch. You can either roll separately
16.
or with one person.
16. I'm rolling separately. 16.
I landed on a weird thing.
And you also can have any conversation you want at this point. There just was one person on the last watch.
I have a 13.
13. Your watch goes relative. Or do you guys want to talk about anything? There appears to be no
Nope.
imminent danger.
She is sitting in silence. Like,
Nope.
Okay, wait. How cold is it? Like, is it one of those like you have to stay under the bedroll, or do you have
For
to like?
you, not that cold. For
For me,
him,
it's not that cold.
you are basically huddled with your bedroll around you.
I have fur!
You
She's
are
talking.
from the it's
The north!
you're warm. However, many years on the sea. It
I
is
didn't
cold.
spend many years on the sea!
Didn't you know Timo's character for?
I've met him, but I didn't travel with him.
Fair enough. It's cold, but you also don't have any foot wraps, so that's where a lot of heat is lost. You keep
Oh,
your
that's
feet
right, I
close
never
to
re-wrapped
the-
my feet.
Well, you don't have boots per se or socks.
Well, I had foot wraps, but I took them off because they got muddy, remember?
Yeah.
Yes.
Your feet are cold. Your hands are cold. Your nose is a little cold because your nose actually stays wet like a cat's.
Yes.
And,
Yes.
And your ears.
It's a bit nippy.
It's nippy. Your torso's relatively warm. You kind of stay huddled in. It's not that your
Cat ball.
Yeah, pretty much.
Cat loaf.
And,
Okay, then during the watch, it's like Nynx is going to take her bedroll and she's going to drape it over tack and then go sit by the fire.
Yeah.
Aw, thank you.
Yeah, and your armor on. So like your armor before you, because you donned it to take your watch. You've got a layer. You kind of have your common clothes under your armor as an extra layer to keep you warm, and it's no problem. It's cold, but you kind of would you have made tea? You think over the fire? Because you probably could have
Yeah, she would have been like trying to keep herself warm with
you
hot
would've
drinks and stuff.
made a hot drink, or whether it be hot water or hot tea. I imagine in your pack you might have had a little bit of honey.
I'm gonna tear up one of my spare shirts to make new foot wraps.
Fair enough. You could do that easily enough, and you spend that. Conversation Neither of you say anything to each other.
No,
through
it
the
is
entire-
dead silent.
Every now and then, a couple glances look at each other, but the watch goes uneventful. The birds start chirping in the morning as you guys kind of reach the end of your watch. As you got enough sleep, you're a little tired, but as the sun breaks over, which is relatively later because you're walking into the valley, it's about like 7 and 8 a.m. when the sun breaks over and starts to warm, and there's a thin layer of mist coming off the dew that's kind of formed on everything. Tack, you wake up with a second bedroll, kind of laid on top of you, and you're quite warm and cozy. It's like, I don't know, you guys, have you ever slept in a sleeping bag and then woken up on a cold morning, but the sleeping bag is super warm?
Yeah.
It's that feeling, and it's amazing.
I'm gonna politely wrap up both sleeping rolls and go give Nyx her sleeping roll back.
You do, and you notice that the troop is starting to wake up, and they're cooking a breakfast, and they offer you some.
What type of breakfast is it?
It's just simple. It seems to be like a few like fruits, like dried fruits, and some bread. It's not like they warm the bread. That's pretty much it.
I gladly accept. I also give them 3 gold for their travels.
They deeply thank you, as you've basically given them $300.
That's huge. 3 gold is fucking huge. That's like...
Yeah. That's like
You have 80 something gold.
I would try some of the dried fruit,
Uh,
because that's something I haven't had a whole lot.
It's like dried like apricots and apple slices, and it's actually quite refreshing. It's definitely old. It feels like it's probably been they have a lot of it that they carry from the Shepherd's Coast to here and around. So
Less perishable than fresh fruit.
exactly, and it's tasty, but definitely sat in a barrel for a while.
I don't really have anything to give them, so I'll just thank them.
No, that's enough for them. The troops offer natural hospitality, and the morning rises. And so, are you guys just?
I'm gonna wake up Wilhelm.
Wilhelm's snoring.
Yeah, I'm gonna wake him up and say, "We're leaving," and then just start walking, leaving him to catch him.
The entire camp has been broken down. The bedrolls, everything packed up. You're woken up in your sleeping bag by Tack going, "We're going."
Yeah, we're
Thanks,
off.
guys.
Keep up or get left behind.
Alrighty, and as the road comes down in front of you, I'm gonna need basically so there.
My passive perception's 14.
Passive perception's 14. Good to know. I'm gonna let one person make a check with advantage if someone wants to like help them, like whoever's like actively like watching the road ahead.
I'll do it. I'm the caravan guard.
It's about a day's journey before you'd reach the next like small unnamed village that would have like an inn in it. So at the end of this day, you could probably actually night in a village.
All right.
This
The
is
first
for the
roll's a
midday,
non-natural 20,
not natural 20.
and the other one is a 24.
24.
Oh my
Alrighty.
god.
You notice as you go that the road, you could follow the tracks of the caravan that was behind you, and they wish you goodbye and wish you the best of luck, give you a blessing on your travels. And you walk for about 3-4 hours. Do any of you have conversations while you walk, or is it just shooting the shit?
Shooting shit with Wilhelm.
My favorite knock-knock joke, at least once.
I am in for knock-knock jokes.
Knock-knock.
Who's there?
Who's there who?
I look at him confused. Very confused.
Who's there? Who?
I'm going to chuckle a little bit.
Oh my god.
I don't think I've told everyone here my bad joke. What's the difference between a good joke and a bad joke?
We're
Timing.
good. No.
What's the difference between a good joke and a bad joke?
Timing. No, like the whole joke is what's the.
I was on stream when you said that.
Damn
and I
it.
didn't realize it was the same one.
It's a good one. It's a good joke. Damn it.
No, it's
Better than the
not.
fucking
So
corn
in
joke.
all earnesty, I look over towards Boots. I'm like, okay, now I actually have a good knock-knock joke. I just need you to start it.
Knock knock.
Who's that?
Yes.
Yes, who?
Yes, you.
Thank you. And we continue on.
About 3 hours into your journey, you notice something up ahead. It looks like a wagon, but it seems to be tilted on, like, at an angle, and it looks like there's a damaged wheel, and seems to be a bunch of debris around it, but you can't really tell. And you can see this from about...
Like, is it blocking the path?
It's just on the path. It looks.
What
as
was
if
it that was on the
closed
path?
off. So it's a crashed. It looks like almost cart directly off the road with some debris. You can't really tell what it is around. And there in front, it's about like 100 yards in front of you. You got about 300 feet from it before you can see it, as the road kind of twists a bit as you get to this point.
Well, that's not suspicious at all.
The winter
Good.
weather.
Out
Way to
of
get
character,
robbed.
this is ominously suspicious of the player's handbook starting story.
I can guarantee you what this is not in the player's handbook starting story.
Oh, I know.
Does it look like a cart, a carriage?
It
or
looks like a
trading
cart. It looks like a
Like-
cart and a It
Empty
looks
yoke,
horse-drawn,
or-
but there does not appear to be
Do
any
we
horses.
Do we see anybody?
You do not see any people around it. If you want to make, you could have to get
Don't
closer.
like
make
how
it
he
more
said
active.
people. You don't see any people.
Well, like I said, there's a heavy amount of debris. But you can't really discern what it is from 300 feet away. So if you want to get with like
I walk up closer and take a closer look.
how close?
I'm gonna
do you
start a
go?
light jog towards it.
Okay, you could like jog towards it.
Yeah, I'd be jogging with her.
How close do you guys get before? At like 60 feet, you could probably make a more in-depth perception check.
Yeah,
I
I'd
want to know
I'd
if
go
there's
as
anybody there.
I want to jump on top of the cart.
Okay, well, within 60 feet, whoever
yeah.
wants to make a perception check can. Brash, I imagine you just keep running towards it.
Yep.
Crashed. Hold up.
22.
22 as you're running towards it, okay? You see as you're running towards it that the debris is just a bunch of chunks of rock. It's just laying around the sides. And it looks kind of interesting because you keep going and you run up and you get within like 30 feet of the cart. And you notice that in front of the cart there appears to be this broken, crumbled piece of stone. And you see a horse's leg,
Oh.
but made of
Oh, I
stone.
totally
Made of what?
stone.
Oh.
And you hear a light rumble from coming from the other side across from the cart. You have probably about 3 seconds worth of reaction before this thing comes out. You wanna
I
do?
start.
So everyone
like,
else,
kinda-
did you guys make it to the cart? Were you following, or did you let Brash run in?
Well, I
Yeah.
would have let him run in. I think.
Well, we will, yeah, but we're not as
So
far as
you're like 30 feet from the cart, I mentioned. And you
I could've
see, so
jump back a few feet.
I will say that you kind of jump off the cart back a few feet towards your companions. However, you notice that the rest of you, as he had seen the horse, you look and there are pieces of what appear to be a human arm, broken and shattered, made of stone, and a bunch of other chunks that you kind of put two and together. And that's where we need to roll initiative.
No, thank you.
As
Oh boy, an 8.
this,
Oh, hey, boy!
No.
I'd say
Oh.
this this
If
bear,
it rolls out.
it's cocked. It's cocked then.
Oh man.
You see this creature barrel out of the woods.
All right, that's not too bad.
And the road's pretty straight, and there's just a broken cart, and you're about 30 feet from the cart, and this thing, I'm assuming you're all kind of in a group of 4. Oh, wait, Brash, you're right next to
I'm in the
cart.
back.
Okay.
Yeah, Wilhelm's behind.
So 1 and 2 and 1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, I got you. Yeah, so you guys are all on the cart together. 1, 2, 1. This thing comes barreling out of the woods, roughly about 25 feet from you, as the woods are pretty dense. It just smashes down a couple trees, and you see this snarling, blue-skinned beast with these purplish spikes coming out of his back, and you kind of get this weird sense of overwhelming dread, and I'm gonna need your characters aren't all that dumb, are you?
If I see it stone, like, would we know that there are creatures like this? Like, is this common like lore?
Everyone make a nature check real quick.
Okay, for the record,
I
I
got
got
a
a natural
nature check.
20 on
Okay,
the
yeah,
initiative.
the initiative saves, so don't worry. So, 25, 20, 20... I'm
20,
writing them
boy!
down, I'm writing them down. I need to... Sorry. Okay, 25, 20.
20.
Wouldn't yours be a 19?
Wait, what isn't it if it's a natural 20?
No,
it's a natural 20.
you don't.
It's just 20,
With a -1
unfortunately.
dex modifier, you don't. It doesn't affect initiative.
Yes, it does.
It does.
Does it?
Yeah, you.
Oh, it doesn't affect armor class.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
It,
not
does,
initiative.
it does affect your initiative, and a nat 20 is still just 20. Nat 20 initiative is the worst time to roll a nat 20.
Well, I rolled a nat 20.
Okay, so you see this thing. So your nature make your nature check with advantage. Then how about that? As you get a little more time. Oh, don't worry, this thing didn't roll good at all.
I rolled.
Oh, and it has a -1 on Dex as well. Is that a yeah?
I rolled a 16.
Okay, so 16. You know what this is? This is a basilisk. You've heard of these creatures in the north
Okay.
that live in colder climates, and they like the cold.
Is this like classic Harry Potter though? You can't look it in the eyes.
Yes. So you know
Okay.
that looking at these things
Sort of.
turns you to stone. So something you can do on the beginning of your turn, you can do something called averting your gaze, which basically means you look away, but all your attacks are at disadvantage on this creature.
Great.
So
We just can't look it in the eyes, right?
no, if you look at it and you're within 30 feet of it, you're affected by it.
Okay.
So you can avert your gaze, but your attacks are at disadvantage. So it's not that big of a penalty, because basically if you avert your gaze, the stone-like effect does not affect you at all. So
Can we still see it with our like peripherals or something?
Yeah, you can.
Is that
So
how it
you
works?
can kind of
Okay.
catch it peripheral. It's a little kind of iffy. The rules basically are: at the beginning of your turn, take disadvantage on any attack, and you can
Don't get frozen.
Yeah, you don't get frozen to death.
Unless
so,
it's not an attack.
so like fireball would be unaffected by something like this, or Toll the Dead.
Yeah.
25 to 20 was Nink's. 20 to 15.
19.
19. Oh, so you're at with Wait, that means you rolled a nat 20 as well.
No.
Oh no,
What?
you have
Me?
a +1. You have a +1.
No, I'm a
Okay.
+1.
Well,
I rolled an 18.
you-
The first time I rolled a natural 20, but it rolled out of my box.
You so you two, you're like exceptionally ready for this. As you're jogging up, you see the bits and pieces of people, and you're like, "Yep, this is danger." Okay, 15 to 10.
16.
16.
Oh,
Okay, so 16 is
Guys, we're gonna
Fresh.
bird box this shit.
and I didn't even think about that. Jesus Christ. Okay.
Still haven't watched that.
Neither have I.
10 to 5.
7.
7. You all go before the basilisk. Oh, what were the nature checks around though?
13.
16.
I
Oh.
forgot to roll that.
So 13, you know what it is, a basilisk? Barely. You've heard of what this creature can do, but you don't know it by name.
I got a
15.
-1 to my nature, so I have a 14.
14, you know what it is. Oh, so you all know what the basilisk is. You know what this, you've kind of put 2 and 2 together. Here.
Okay.
Alright, top of
We're
the
like,
round,
"Kill people,
Nixon will.
lizard!" All right. Wait, we go the same.
Yep, you go at the same time. So you can choose who goes first.
Okay. I like to go first. Just let me go. Just let me go with this.
If we go at the same time,
Well, it's like we go the same time, but we can just go at the same time if you like.
Yeah,
I
well,
like to note there's a basilisk barreling towards
I'm
us, and you two
trying
are
to
having a
figure out-
conversation.
I'm trying to figure out the logistics of 2 paladins going at the same time. 'Cause it could be really fucking interesting.
I'm gonna cast Bless.
okay, that's your action, I think, right?
Yes, it's an action.
Okay, it's 3 creatures.
Yes. All the other, everybody else but
So
me.
everyone but you. So everyone can add
Yes.
a D4 to their attacks and saving throws.
Damn.
So you
Damn.
might not want. Oh, do you avert your gaze at the beginning of your turn though? You have to say that. You have to tell me.
Yes.
Is this
Oh,
concentration or is it just like
It is
a.
Yeah, it's concentration. For me, it's concentration, not for
So
you.
Brash is in front, the 2 paladins are in the middle, and then Tack is at the back.
No, is the
So
No.
who's on the
No.
side that was
No,
closest?
Wilhelm's
Crash is in the front.
I'm in the very back.
Okay.
Nix and Talk are in the middle.
Okay.
We're next to each
I'm
other.
assuming
Who
Neeks,
ran
you're
in?
closer to the creature than Tack is.
Yes.
Okay, I got you guys. Okay. So you cast Bless. Anything else you'd like to do?
Can I, as a bonus action, throw a javelin?
No, because you have to
Nope.
be wielding a
Right.
javelin.
Yeah, I have to be wheeling it.
Boy.
Okay.
You can wield it as a
no.
bonus action.
No, so basically, like, you would have had to start your turn wielding 2 javelins. And
Oh, well,
then-
well, this time I will draw a javelin. Can I do that as a bonus action?
Yeah, you can have a javelin
I
out.
just draw it.
Ready
Yeah,
it for
as
you.
a
Yeah.
bonus, well, you can hold 2 in your hands. 1 in either hand.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. Can I do that?
As your bonus
Just-
action, you get 2 javelins
You-
ready, so next turn you can do 2.
Okay. All right. Cool.
Okay. All right, then
Ninx.
it's Ninx.
How far is this thing?
About 25 feet from you. Just coming out of the tree line. Barreling out. As it, like, you're its next meal. Is what it looks like.
Lovely. So we're gonna run up to the thing that wants to make me. I'm gonna avert my gaze though.
You avert your gaze. Yep, you need to tell me that. And you run up to it. You're kind of looking. You kind of bonk your shield against its head as you get really within melee of it, and you know you're in melee.
Okay. Well, let's swing on it.
Okay. Make 2 attack rolls. Make an attack roll with disadvantage, but you add a D4.
Okay. Wait.
So
That's a D20. Hold on. Wrong thing. Whoa!
And you can add a D4 to your roll.
to the
That's
attack.
not gonna help me because a nat 1 is a nat 1.
Oh, you go and you bonk
yeah.
into it with your shield, and you go to swipe, and it just it basically puts its claw and bonks your sword just out of the way as it snarls and smashes.
Coco, shut up!
the basilisk's name is Coco. All right, Brash, it is your go.
I pull my hood over my head, so where it's
you
covering
have
my
to
eyes.
say, "I am averting my gaze."
I'm
need
averting
that
my
phrasing.
gaze, but it's permanent. I'm making sure it's permanently over my eyes.
That's fine. Just every turn you have to tell me because you can choose
Okay.
not to.
Can you look at a reflection of these things?
I don't.
I think you can.
Yeah, you
I think
can.
that's the trick to it.
Oh no! Actually, that won't work because
No.
if a creature starts its turn within 30 feet of the basilisk, and 2 of them can see each other, basilisk can force the creature to make a DC Constitution if they blah blah on
So
a
you
failed
can't
save.
even look at the reflection.
Yeah.
So what if we make the basilisk look at
No,
a
wait, a
reflection?
creature that isn't sprite to avert its gaze.
Yeah, what
to avoid
happens then?
Saving throw at the start of its turn. If it does so, it can't see the basilisk until the start of its next turn. When it can avert its eyes again, if it looks at the basilisk in the meantime, it must immediately. So yeah, if you guys won't know where it goes if you. So you kind of get it in the peripheral and you go to where that area is and you start swinging and just hoping. Okay, so you go
I didn't
to
answer
add
that
it.
question. I don't think. I take a single hand quarterstaff swing at it.
Okay, you're right up against. You basically go where you see Ninx is. You disadvantage and add a D4.
I don't think I'm going to get lower than that.
Did you roll that
You can
one
always
too?
roll in that one.
No, 7.
7. That does not hit. Unfortunately, you hit it, and the quarterstaff, you hit it, contact, and it's got some thick fucking.
It's just nothing. Then I follow up with the bonus
You
claw
just
strike.
claw, attempting to claw what you think is its face. Disadvantage again, but you still have the D4.
Oh wait, shit! I forgot to add my +6. I'm dumb.
The 13
so
wouldn't
that-
hit.
Good to know.
Okay, fair. So then this one, and I don't get the +4 on this, right?
No,
Yes, you do.
Every
Oh,
attack
I do.
roll.
As long as I'm blessed.
Yes.
So that one's a 17,
17 does hit.
and it would be the +4 on the attack and
No,
the damage
no, it's
too.
only
right?
to hit. It's a D4 to hit.
Okay.
Oh
Yeah,
wait. Did you roll a D4 or did you add 4?
No, I rolled the D4.
Okay. Just making sure.
So then just damage would be
Your D4 plus.
8.
Oh, max damage.
It's because that's 1d4 +4.
Yeah, wow. You roll max damage. Good job. You swipe at it and you claw across what you think is its face. As it snarls and hisses at you, Tack, what are you doing?
I'm going to avert my gaze,
Okay.
and I am going to follow suit and approach the basilisk.
Okay.
Get about 10 feet from it, or what I think is about 10 feet,
You'd be,
and then I'm
you'd be
going.
like 5 feet behind your companions as they're like within 5 feet.
Then I'm going to make this feral growl and cast Cause Fear against this basilisk.
Alright, let's see what that does.
It just has to succeed a Wisdom saving throw or become frightened
Frightened of you, right?
of me, and it takes disadvantages as long as I'm within sight of it.
Yeah, so
How does it
So you're basilisking the basilisk.
Pretty much.
what's your
It's,
DC?
yeah.
got a
My
6.
spell save DC is 14.
Alright, you got a 6. It is frightened of you.
So it also has disadvantage on ability checks and attack rolls while the source of its fear is within line of sight.
Yeah,
The creature cannot move closer
Towards
towards me.
but it can swipe at the people around it. And it's
Yep.
concentration.
And it is concentration. That's why I'm 10 feet away, kind of.
Yeah, so
back a
keep
little bit.
keep that up, or keep the concentration.
Well, we know who the supports are.
Okay, and then it is the basilisks go. As you see this creature, it got hit by Brash, so it's going to swipe at you with a disadvantage.
Oh no.
It got a 10 plus 5, 15 to hit.
Nope.
15 doesn't hit. So this thing swipes out at you and it's snarling at you. And then you hear in the distance, on the opposite side of where the cart was, another basilisk.
Oh.
Are you shitting me?
Basically just behind and rushes up to. This one looks a lot smaller. It almost looks as if it's a baby. And this one runs up to Wilhelm. This one looks much
Oh,
tiny.
yay.
And this one makes an attack against you. 17 to hit.
Just hits.
Okay. You take 4 points of slashing damage and 2 points of poison damage. As this thing slashes across your back and kind of licks with its tongue
Does
across
that
the wound.
break
Just sear it.
concentration?
Oh, you
No,
gotta
I
make
have to roll a Constitution.
Yeah, Constitution saving throw.
19.
You succeed. You're good.
Yeah.
Top of the round, Nynx and Wilhelm.
Ugh.
I'm gonna swing. What
Alright.
more can I do?
Yeah,
We're
I'm assuming
swinging.
you're avoiding your gaze, so disadvantage. But you still get the D4. This just keeps going until
Oh, not bad. Oh my god!
another nat one.
Yes.
Oh.
No way!
I'm not.
Hey, I
I'm not
rolled
even
20s
shitting
in a
you.
row.
I'm not shitting you. It's been 2 nat 1s now.
You won the drinking contest, but you're not winning the fight. As
Yeah, we're still suffering from that drinking contest.
you're just swinging
All
short
right.
with this, as you've got your shield up in front of your face to avert your gaze, and you're just swinging with the sword, and it's just not making purchase with anything.
Alright. I'm going with my javelin that
Maybe
I
it's
have
your
in my...
javelin's ready.
Yeah,
You
I'm
are
gonna
in melee with something, by the way.
Yeah.
So you will have disadvantage. Oh, you're averting your gaze, so fuck it.
Yeah, I'm averting my gaze, and I'm the one that just attacked me. I'm gonna stab
Oh, stab with the javelin. Okay.
with the javelin.
Alrighty. You can make 2 attacks with the javelin, actually.
Because you're wielding 2 javelins.
Yeah.
I could. Yes,
but only
I
one
could.
has the proficiency bonus, right?
Yeah.
One gets. They both are the same at 2 hit rolls. The damage
Yeah.
on
So
one
one that
doesn't
doesn't
get
get
the strength mod.
Okay.
All right. What is that's 19 to hit.
That hits definitely.
Okay.
That's
All right. I'm
nice.
gonna. Okay, so divine smite isn't a concentration.
No, it is not.
No.
You can.
Okay, I'm gonna throw that in there too.
Alrighty. Throw a divine
With
smite, so
the-
it'd be a D6, 2D8 plus 4.
Yeah. Okay, so d6. Oh yeah. And then 2d8.
As this thing's snarling at you, you turn around, and you have your eyes closed because you know where it is, and you just stab it with the. And
Okay,
you hear
so-
a loud screech as the searing divine smite.
17 points of damage.
Fuck me.
Yeah.
Holy
Okay,
shit.
and then you can make another attack with the other javelin.
Yep.
You're out of spell
do
slots, by the way.
Yep. I know.
Okay. This thing looks hurt. It doesn't look dead, but it's angry.
Why can't I ever do this?
Math. Do math, Timo. Come on.
What is 12 plus 6?
18.
18.
18.
18 does hit.
Oh.
So another
Okay,
D6, just a D6,
this
not
is
plus,
just
not
a
plus
D6.
4.
So that's 3.
3. This thing looks like you stab one of its eyes out as it's just dripping blood. You get that from the peripheral, but you don't really hear it. You hear the thing that gets you is this howling screech. Oh, don't I get to make a on the cause sphere? Do I get a
Oh yeah.
beat the saving throw
I
on
thought
each
it
of
was-
its turns? So yeah, it would have gotten another. It got 8 minus 1, so it's still frightened of you. All right, Brash, it's your go. This thing is like you hear
Okay.
it like, call back to its little baby.
I'm still blessed, right?
You are still blessed. You managed
Okay,
to keep
so
that up.
I do a 2-handed quarterstaff swing.
All right, fuck them up.
Oh,
And it's at the end of their turn too, kids.
I
Yeah,
Roll
can't.
the nat 1.
Yeah.
Ah! Neither of us
What?
can hit for shit.
Again, your quarterstaff just isn't doing. You can't hit hard.
I go for the claws again,
Okay, your claws are sharp. That's the thing that's doing it.
and that's with disadvantage, right?
Correct, but you get the D4. So
12. Wait. Oh, hold
what's
on.
the D4?
Oh.
No, I did math backwards. I keep forgetting to add the 6. 8, 6, 14 plus 4, 18.
18 hits.
Okay.
Where do you get
keep
the plus
doing
4?
math
Oh, is that
backwards.
your?
I rolled a 4.
Okay. I just want to make sure you're not adding +4.
6.
6 points of damage as you swipe across it. Again, you just claw again what you think is its face. You're not entirely sure. You might have gotten a hand this time. It yells in pain. You hit it.
Ow.
You feel blood. You like your hands glistening with basilisk blood. It's kind of purple.
Ooh.
All right, attack. You hear this other basilisk behind you. You don't look for fear of.
Yeah, no, I'm keeping my gaze averted. I'm trusting that Wilhelm can handle his own.
No.
And I'm going to approach the larger basilisk all the way up to it and
All right,
attack it.
Left side of Nynx is kind of where I'm putting you. Just kind of wrap around.
Yep, that's the
All right.
plan. And I'm going to be attacking it with inflict wounds.
Okay, roll for attack with disadvantage. And you're blessed. So,
All right.
blessed.
Okay,
covenant.
so we got a 6, 3, 9, and then the D4. 12.
12 does not hit, unfortunately.
And my spell slot
As
is gone.
You go to hit it with the thing, and it kind of kicks up one of the branches, and you inflict wounds on the branch as the branch disintegrates into dust, pretty much. And you're like, "Fuck, almost."
God, I wish I could look at it.
This thing is afraid of you, and it knows that you're the cause of what it's afraid of, and it's gonna strike out in a fear at you. So it's with disadvantage. A nat 20
Oh, thank
Oh,
goodness.
thank God.
and a 4. So 9 to hit.
Nope, I got 12.
All right.
Damn.
So it kind of pushes you back. You kind of step back naturally, avoiding the debris. The other one does not have disadvantage to strike at Wilhelm. That one's going to be a 19 to hit.
Oh. Yep.
All right. That one is 11 points of slashing damage.
No! Oh.
It's 2d6. I rolled a 6 and a 5, and 1 point of poison.
You're doing too high.
12 points of damage.
12 points of damage total. Are you still alive?
I'm still
We
alive.
gotta make a Constitution saving throw, though.
How far away is Wilhelm from us?
18.
18, you succeed. The other one, probably about 40 feet from you. 30 feet from Nynx, 40 feet from Brash. All right, top of the round, Nynx and Wilhelm. You hear this
Give me a second.
from Wilhelm as he cries out in pain.
I am not doing so well. Okay. All right.
Little basilisk in front of you is being a little bastard. You still got 2 javelins in your hand.
Yeah. Man. I do not feel good. All right. You know what? Screw it. Going for it. I'm gonna attack it again.
All right, averting your gaze, make a.
Yep, averting my gaze. Yes. 21.
21 hits. With
Sick.
disadvantage, damn.
Oh wait, that was with this. Okay, it's 21. I rolled higher. Plus 6 points of damage for the first one.
Okay. He kind
And
of
then the
howls in pain again.
second-
It's just staying where it is. And you're
Second
hoping.
one. Oh man, that's no.
Yeah, 20
I rolled a
and then that
natural 20, and then I just rolled, and then I got a 16 on the to hit.
one. Oh, 16 to hit hits still.
Yes. This one doesn't get the +4, and that's another 3 points.
3 points of damage. This one looking relatively rough. It's got a little bit of fight still in it, but it's still howling at you. All right,
I'm gonna
Nynx, what are you
die.
doing?
No, we're swinging for the 3rd time.
You're wildly swinging.
Swing and a miss.
You see it kind of push Tack out of the way, and you're like, all right, go.
Pissed up. Swear to God. Motherfucker. I don't hit it.
You don't hit it.
No.
Even with the D4?
Oh, you're
With
still
the
blessed.
D4, it's a 12.
12.
Oh.
12 does not hit, unfortunately.
I rolled a 5, guys.
Oh, the disadvantage. You're just again like you're not used to not seeing things you're fighting.
It's like I literally don't have anything that's just like, let's just hurt it.
Yeah, unfortunately. I mean, it's not beating you up though. To be fair, so Brash, it's your go.
Please come get me, Brash.
Well, first off, I'm again gonna start with a 2-handed quarterstaff attack.
Well, pa.
please let that be the high one. Oh, I rolled 18 plus 6. I mean, it hits either way.
Okay. That's a hit.
And then a D8 plus 4 plus... The blessing's only to hit, right?
Yeah, the blessing's to hit only.
Okay. 3, 7.
7 points of damage, alright, for the first. And then your unarmed strike? Or are you gonna...
Nope. Bonus action, healing word for healing word.
How do you cast the spell? What do you say?
Hold on.
One word heal.
I had this ready.
Can't remember the one word.
Sermoki Sanan.
Bless
Do I know what language
Sad
that is?
monkey, none. Yeah, was that a language?
Yeah, it's actually Latin.
Oh.
Oh. Dang it.
It's not under common.
Says a D4 plus
Yeah.
To who?
To
to you, Will.
to Wilhelm, you.
You can see
Oh,
the corner
5
of
points
his
of
You said 5?
5.
Oh, yeah, that's... Thank you. I appreciate that.
eye. All right.
I
I just hear
There you go.
subtle.
Just please roll out!
Thank you.
All right, I'm gonna take my disengage action to back up by 10 feet,
Fair enough. You back up without provoking an opportunity.
and then while keeping my gaze averted, which doesn't really matter because I will be casting Toll the Dead.
That's
and
an action.
Yes,
You use the
Use the-
disengage action.
and I have another action
Why?
because you have a movement action.
Movement, bonus action, and action.
Yeah, so I moved. Oh, is disengage not count as movement?
No, disengage is an action.
Like a regular action.
Yeah,
Oh.
it takes an action. Rogues can do it as a bonus action.
Then I've been playing this game wrong for a long time. Whoops.
Unfortunately.
In that case, then
Do you stay up by it?
yeah, I probably would stay by it. 'cause
However,
I'm not
I
gonna
will
get
say,
fucking
though,
kicked by that.
Toll the Dead requires you to see the target.
Does it say that? It
Yes,
says you
it does.
point.
I looked it up earlier because I was like, let's see.
Rosie was trying to be.
Although it does say one creature you can see within range. But if I'm not moving away, then I would be attacking it with my weapon again.
Okay, you're going for the weapon. Okay.
Yes, I'd be attacking it with my just two-handed, hitting it with the bat.
Quicker man, just.
That's a 17, 20, and then the D4. I'm
Did
gonna
you do
hit.
disadvantage?
I did not.
Yeah, how are you guys hitting all these things?
Oh, I rolled a 3.
Because we don't
Hit.
roll
Oh,
shitty.
he missed. He missed. You just
I missed.
Okay, thank you.
and you don't hit with the sharp side. You hit with the flat of it, as you're not really sure where it is, and it just kind of brushes you off for a second. And with that, it's its go, and it's gonna go for you again with disadvantage. Hopefully, this fucking time.
I'm watching it.
That would be.
No, you're not.
I rolled a 10 and a 16 plus 5, so 15 to hit.
That hits.
All right, that is 9 points of slashing damage
It's fine. What's
and
the?
9 points of poison damage.
Oh, God.
I'm down.
You're down?
You are slapped out of, and it is not afraid anymore.
And I have to make a Constitution save, right?
No, that's on your.
Not yet.
Oh. Yeah, I'm down. I'm down.
The one in front of Timo is going to attack him.
Oh.
15 to hit. That doesn't
Misses!
misses.
It misses! Yes!
Fuck yeah! And
For
I'm
the
just
love
like,
of Christ, yes!
Oh, yes! That
and he
feels so
kind of snarls
happy.
and bites at you. But Ninx and Wilhelm, it is your go.
Oh,
You
die!
watch his tack kind of falls limp to the ground.
Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Okay.
I'll let you go first.
All right. Okay.
Okay.
All right. You want to go first?
I just said I'd let you go first. Yeah. do
Okay.
your thing.
All right. All right. I'm attacking it. I'm attacking it. Averting my gaze, and I'm attacking it. Oh,
Okay.
that's not good. 15 to hit. Hello?
Yes, that hits.
Oh. Wow. I did not think that's one would be. Ah! 7 points of damage. And then second
it's
one.
still alive. It's barely alive. You see, it's kind of
Second
whimpering
one.
at this point.
Come
Oh,
on.
man. That's 14 to hit.
That hits barely.
What?
This one's smaller.
What?
This one's smaller than the
I
other one.
keep going lower.
It's
All right.
This one's armor class is 14. The
Uh,
one is
then-
15.
That one's 4 points of damage.
How do you want to do this?
Yes! I'm gonna stab one.
That's the exact amount you need, by the way.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh!
4 HP.
Oh! I'm gonna stab it, like, I don't know why I'm stabbing. I'm just stabbing it.
You just keep stabbing with the javelin. Like, I think I got this one, guys. I think this one's dead. All right, Nix, it's your go. You see Tack kind of fall to the ground, unconscious.
Alright, I'm gonna immediately pull away from the mama.
You won't have to pull away. You can just kind of keep your way in front of it
Yeah.
and put yourself over Tack's body.
Yeah.
Easily.
And then we're gonna use lay on hands. I'm gonna do 10 points.
Okay, so that's your action. You just shove 10 HP into him.
Yeah.
Tack, you wake up all of a sudden on the ground. The forest floor is kind of cold, but all this warmth and this shocking feeling comes almost like a defib, just as you come back up. Alrighty, Brash, it's your go as you watch. You see on the other side Tack fall to the ground and then come back to consciousness.
Two-handed quarterstaff.
Fuck it up. It's angry now, by the way.
15. 19.
19 hits.
Okay.
You found the places where you think you can. You found where its head
It's
is.
sore spots.
You found its head, and you're just bonking it on the head repeatedly.
8.
8 points of damage. Alrighty, still standing.
And then
Looks
I
a
go
little
for
rough.
the bonus unarmed strike with my claws.
Alrighty. You're like, got face in peripheral.
17
17 to hit. That hits.
for 8 points of damage.
8 points of damage. Fuck, max. You're rolling max damage.
Yeah, I'm getting really fucking with this fucking looking.
Yeah, because I transferred it to him.
Alrighty, Tack, it's your go. You have woken up unconscious on the ground. Make a wisdom saving throw for me.
That's actually
to
what I'm
do
good
what I
at.
think he's to do.
And Gibbs, I need you to roll a d4 and tell me the number.
Hey, you get a D. You still get a D4 roll for your
On
saving
blast?
throw.
Oh, okay, sweet. Okay, because I rolled an 8.
You rolled an
Plus
8.
4, 6. 14, 16.
16.
Yes.
Alright, you are lucid. Still.
Okay,
However,
Gibbs, can you
I
roll
rolled a 2.
A 2. Ooh, okay. So as I get defibrillated by this lay of hands, I let out this terrible scream, this and I make a melee attack towards Nyx as I scream in confusion.
Nyx, okay, so you're confused. Make an attack on Nyx.
I rolled a 19, which
That
is
hits.
Oh
Yeah.
God!
The only
so this
person
is
who can hit.
but that would have been crazy. That would have been plus 3 plus the d4, and the damage is 1d8 plus 1.
Nyx, you
Take
see
3. You take 3 damage as in confusion, I swing my sword,
you're not
at
expecting
you.
it. That's why it hits you.
and I quickly scurry away. And if I'm allowed to stand up, I do.
Yeah, you could scurry away, and I'd say that Nyx is in the way of it making its attack of opportunity. You kind of scurry on the ground 15 feet
That's it.
away and stand up. Alrighty. Next it is the basket. It is angry. It just saw its baby die, and it is going to take a slash at Brash. You have been fucking it up, and it's not afraid anymore, so that would be a 18 to hit you.
Oh God! Yes.
Okay.
That's
Oh no!
Nice
Oh no!
Oh.
Oh no!
Oh, you're fucking lucky. 5 points of slashing,
Yeah.
3 points of poison. Fuck me every blow.
Damn.
As it does this, and it just howls out, and it just swipes at you, and it's going to try to rush past both you and Nyx to get to Wilhelm. So both you get attacks of opportunity.
Oh, cool. Finally. Maybe we'll actually hit it.
Oh wait, me as well.
Yeah.
I'm
With
still
this,
at
wait, no,
disadvantage,
fuck.
though,
You
right?
can't see it. You can't see it. Well, I'd say you could hear it running
Give
away.
me the attack.
It's a big fucking creature. You still have disadvantage, but you still have bless and all that. So, and it'd be with your quarterstaff.
I don't know, hit it.
Yeah. And we still get the +4, right?
Oh,
Yes.
Nyx. Yeah, not +4, a D4.
Or the D
Yeah,
plus
D4.
D4.
I don't hit it.
You sure?
Even with a D4?
15.
15 just hits.
Okay.
How are you rolling
Even-
that bad?
I rolled a
Come
4 and a 6.
I'm doing two-handed,
Oh,
by the
wait.
way.
Oh yeah, you couldn't hit it. Yeah. Okay.
Wait. Hold on.
11.
Plus a 3, no, 4, 5, 6, 7, 13.
13 doesn't
No.
hit. It's 15.
Yeah, no, there's no
What was
way.
I do
in hell.
11 points of 11.
11 points. Wait, fuck me. Jesus, it's looking rough. Now we're like, it looks near dead. Neeks and Wilhelm, it's your go. Do you want to let Neeks attempt to go for it?
Yes, I'll let her go. Try to get her.
That's
wait.
a horrible idea.
Wait, hold on. If it's opportunity attack, do I still get my unarmed strike?
No. That's
No.
a bonus.
Damn it!
No. It,
All right, motherfuckers,
unarmed
here we
strike
go.
literally says as a bonus action. And go ahead. It's not looking at you, so you don't have to avert
I'm
your
gonna
gaze.
crawl under the table and cry.
Is it a nat 1?
Yes.
No.
Wait. With not with disadvantage.
But
Was that the
that's
first
a nat
roll?
one's a nat. Yeah.
Was that the first? Oh, honey. You go to swipe at it. You trip on one of the trees it knocked over, and you fall prone. Wilhelm, you see
Okay.
this happen out of your peripheral as you've kind of got like your arm up.
Is
your
it?
bucket.
Is it up on me?
Yeah, it's
is it up
on
on
you.
me?
It is on
Oh
you.
man! All right, averting my gaze. I'm like, no, not again.
Alright.
With the javelins, I'm going for it.
You just got 2 javelins in one in each hand. You're like, gonna fuck this thing up. You just start stabbing repeatedly with both javelins.
Disadvantage. Okay.
3 fucking nat.
Okay.
Nat ones in combat.
Oh,
That's
boy.
rough.
Oh boy. Okay. So, 9 plus 5 is 15.
15 just hits. How do you
Wait,
wanna
Wait,
do
hold
this?
on. What?
9 plus 5. No,
It's
14.
14.
9 plus 6 is 15.
Yeah, he has a plus 6.
15.
9 plus 6. I have a plus 6 to hit.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah.
9 plus 6 is
How do you want
15.
to do this?
What?
How do you want to do this? At 4 HP, you have a plus 4 damage.
Oh, that's true. Just as it's going up, just stick my javelin up and out, and I'm like, please, goodness.
You stick your both javelins out, and just through both of its flaring nostrils, just you spike
Ew.
up and basically skewer the top of it, and you're able to look at it now as both javelins have popped out of the eye sockets of the
Ew.
thing. As you release and you let go of the javelins, and it falls down, the javelins smash through and come even further through the thing, and we are out of initiative there.
Praise the good God.
So we can look at these things now?
Yeah, you can look at them now. Their eyes are kind of closed and faded. It seems whatever magic they had.
My lord.
Oh,
I'm gonna get up off the ground.
Yeah, you
I'm gonna-
get up and you put your sword, and you're just like, huh.
I'm gonna walk over to what's his name, Tech.
Yeah.
I'm gonna dump another 10 into him.
He doesn't need
boom.
all 2.
I'm actually gonna freak out. Don't touch me!
Uh,
Don't touch me!
I'm gonna heal you.
I'll heal myself.
Oh, okay. All right, I tried. All right. Hey, you doing okay, Boots?
Yeah, mostly.
All right, I'm gonna give him 10 then.
Okay.
Oh shit, this is more than I needed, but alright.
Dunk. You go to full HP. Fucking didn't do max damage on you. I do max damage on the fucking tank. Alrighty, and
That hurt, man. I am almost dead. Wait, what about me?
I walk up to Wilhelm. Well, you got yourself. Never mind.
No,
Wait, what do you need?
He did his 10 into you. That's his 10 for the day.
Oh, I walk up to Wilhelm and
Yeah.
cure wounds him.
Alrighty, you give him a cure wounds. And
What? No, it
Oh,
isn't.
max heal. I'm not shitting
It's
you.
been transferred into Zach. My mojo has been transferred to him.
You get 10 HP.
Reed.
I rolled an 8 on a D8.
Yeah.
So Reed, in our home campaign, Octavia used to just routinely roll extremely well, which was her last character.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
how
like
much did you kill
multiple
me, though?
nat 10. Like multiple
okay.
nat 20s.
Yeah.
Pretty much on the regular, fighting dragons and all that. Like, she
Hey,
single-handedly
Bills.
killed most of the bosses. What?
Fuck.
What are you talking about? Lay on hands only does 1 per.
10 per day.
See, I talked to Bree, and this is what happens, guys.
Oh, you talked to Bree. That's funny.
Well, I'm going to be
Yeah.
in kind of a sitting fetal position. I'm going to cast Healing Hands upon myself to gain 2 health.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to kind of just shake it off, stand up a little bit. Still
You okay?
visibly shaken. No, I'm not okay.
You're okay. Nothing's gonna hurt you. They're dead.
I'm just breathing hard. I'm not really responding to that. Still shaking, standing up, pick up the bat. Whew. Whew.
Okay.
That was a
Oh.
thing.
That wasn't fun.
I gotta loot the cart.
Make an investigation check.
No,
You shouldn't be the one doing investigation checks.
I shouldn't. I rolled a 3.
Cart's fucking destroyed. There's nothing. There's
Hold on.
a water skin.
Can I make an investigation check just for the hell of it?
Sure.
Nat 1. Here we go. No, I haven't rolled yet.
Investigation is intelligence. Wonderful. That's what I'm.
I don't see shit. I don't see shit. I'm done. Like, we're
Is that
done.
Nat
I'm
1?
What?
No, I rolled a 3.
How are you rolling so low?
Plus
I'm
what?
not lying. I won the drinking contest, and this is what I get.
You rolled your nat 20s on the. You spent them on the drinking contest. You shouldn't have done that.
Yeah, and on initiative.
Yeah, I'm done. You rolled a nat 20 initiative, to be fair.
Yeah, I didn't get one hit in.
Alright, so as you guys are looting the cart, and you then spend the. Do you want to do anything else while you're there?
No.
Okay.
I'm gonna kind of come close. I'm gonna take a look.
At the cart?
Yeah, at the cart. See if it runs up.
I will, for the sake of your party, let you make an investigation check.
I can just look at it. Give me perception.
I'm just gonna stop
If-
rolling.
Oh, it's a 16
16 plus for investigation? Investigation,
0.
like looting.
plus 0.
Okay, 16. You find a small lockbox that's locked, that's hidden under the seat of the cart. As they're like kind of tearing it apart, moving things. They're like, "Wow, there's fucking nothing here." You pull out like a small. Well, it's made of metal and it's pretty heavy.
God, I'm blind as fuck. Apparently, you need help with that.
Here, Boots. You just take care of this. I kind of cautiously just hand him the whole box at arm's length.
I just instantly sit cross-legged and start trying to picklock it.
All right, make a thieves' tool check.
Hey, what? I didn't hear what
You mumbled that.
Oh my bad, thieves' tool check.
Yeah.
Okay.
I got a plate of food shoved at my face, so.
Yep.
And it's just plus proficiency, right? If I'm proficient, right?
Yeah, so it'd be Dex plus proficiency. So for you, it's a plus 6. If you're
Yeah.
proficient.
18.
Dude, you're writing a book.
I am sorry, I am.
18. You unlock it, and you pop it open, and it appears to be a small strong box filled with like 4 platinum
What?
and like 20 silver and like 10 copper.
I give 3 platinum to Tak.
Oh my god.
Because he technically found the box.
Yeah.
You said what, 4 platinum and what?
4
20 silver?
platinum, 20 silver, and about 10 copper.
And I'll take 2 of those platinums and just go right over to Nyx and say, "I'm real sorry about that. I didn't mean it. Sorry." And give her 2 platinum.
Well, I don't need you. You freaked out. It's okay. It was a lot all at once.
Just take it. I'll feel better. if
Don't
you
do
take
it again and kill me, please.
I'm just glad that I'm not so great at fighting. Because otherwise I could seriously hurt you guys.
Weren't you a caravan guard?
I am a caravan.
And with that,
Oh.
that's where we will end the session. That comment.
I'm just imagining a TV show where it ends on the line, "I am a killer," and fades to black.
So, by the way, better than all of the other loot you got, you all are now level 3.
Yeah, boy! Take your level 2.
All right, everybody. Thank you for listening to Session 2 of Dice and Discord, the Stormbound campaign. If you want to share this with your friends, that'd be super awesome. You can catch us every Tuesday and Sunday nights at 8 p.m. Central Time on twitch.tv/funsizedemon, and expect more content soon. Bye.